Yeah,
My
slow
kid
motion.
just said, "Daddy, I'm sleepy. Can you bring me some water?"
Damn.
What?
She
How
crashed
old?
out
Wait.
early.
How old is this kid?
8.
She
I
crashed
don't
out
even
early.
remember what my daughter was like at 8.
Yeah, she drink water more than me. She's like, "Daddy, why you don't drink water?" I'd be like, "Fuck you, man. You need to drink water, Daddy."
Yeah, on Sunday I was at the crib, so in the morning, because I don't have a whole lot that I have to take care of. Yeah, you got somebody got to mute their stuff because I ain't got a whole lot that I got to take care of. Um, I was
Oh,
out
that was
there.
me. My bad.
Yeah, I went out and usually what I do is I go out and I gas up all of the cars in the truck and get them cleaned and get them detailed in and out. And man, my daughter's so spoiled, bro.
Dude, that Raptor is fucking. I know she's spoiled. She rolled her daily driver is a Raptor, and then just intermittently she roll up in S class.
That is very true, bro. That is
But
very true.
my dad took my truck today, so
I just had a I just got on her today. Just
I
got
seen
about her spending.
I seen her with the
Damn.
cup in the car. You got the car dirty. You got the whip dirty, boo.
Yep, I just got on her about her spending. Last month she spent $4,800, bro. Think is
Woo.
insane. Yep.
Woo.
I said I said, Lester, you gotta relax because you training yourself wrong. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna change. Yeah, right. So
Hey,
whatever.
man. That Taycan was looking crazy, boy.
Do
Woo.
y'all hey, listen?
Yeah, that motherfucker is
I don't
fast.
understand people. Okay.
It's like driving on a cloud.
Yeah, but why? Okay, why do people like to take in what every almost everybody, even Rita?
That
I said,
motherfucker's
yo,
nice.
why? No, 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 not the why do they like it? But she said she like it more than the 911.
Because it's
Yeah.
like
That might
it's
look
like a
crazy.
family sedan sport car.
Wait. But it's a
That
It's
motherfucker
911.
it's the
crazy.
line. It's the lines of the Taycan. That motherfucker. Because you showed the Taycan, you showed the
Yeah.
911. I was like, yeah, that Taycan bad as fuck.
Yeah.
What? Are
Well,
y'all
you gotta realize
insane,
the
bro?
911
Look.
the nine
No,
eleven
look.
has been around for forever in
Yeah.
Right.
some
We
That's what
form,
used
make
to
it
fashion,
we
so
and
used to the
awesome.
911.
so you
We
used
used
to
to it
seeing it
though.
though.
Yeah. So, but when you showed the
No, no,
Taycan,
no,
that
no,
mother look
no, no.
it looked futuristic.
Yep.
It looked
Yeah.
futuristic, man.
Yeah, but
It,
okay. But hold on, wait. The Taycan. Listen, Taycan is dope. It's awesome. I drive it every day. It is, absolutely awesome or whatever like that, right? But what I'm trying to, how can y'all ever put it above, um, the 911?
I mean, it just looked better.
No
But you gotta
way.
realize,
No
I'm
freaking
looking,
way.
I'm
No,
looking
no,
at this
y'all
from a
trying to make
distance.
Rita feel good. That is not no. I don't believe. There's no way that y'all ever gonna convince me that that car looked better than a 911.
Man, that mother look crazy, bro.
It probably
And
got
That mother
got more
look
torque than a
crazy.
911 too.
man, y'all insane. Y'all
That let your
smoking
car hook
crack.
it. That let your car hook and go. That 911 be spinning.
But it's a driver's car. You actually feel it. The motor is in the back. It's perfectly designed to be driven on the track like winding roads. It's the literally it's the perfect car. There is no car that is more perfect than a 911. No car that is more perfect than a 911. Lambos, Ferraris, you can forget it. There is no car that is more perfect than that. I don't
I ain't
understand
gonna
y'all.
lie.
Y'all are crazy.
You get that Grand National, that's gonna be my favorite car you got. Cause I'm looking for one myself. I swear that I'm infatuated with the Grand National, man. That shit
Man,
is gosh, man.
I don't know. I don't
I
know
saw like
because even
three recently.
my brother was like, because I brought my with the 911 by. He came over and he was driving. It was, oh man, this car is awesome. He was like, but that Taycan. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, man, that
That
car. I
shit look
love that car. I'm like,
phenomenal, bro.
man, y'all's crazy, bro.
That shit
Yeah,
look
it's like them
phenomenal, man.
Porsche with them
Look
big brakes
different.
on all they stuff.
It look different.
Yeah, even that Cayenne is legit.
Oh, the Cayenne is dope. I love that.
Yeah, that
I
look
love
fire
that.
too.
Yeah, that's Rita be driving that all the time. So
That look real fire.
she always like to be up off the ground. So and then she was like, leave the Taycan at the crib so I can pick it. So I'm like, man, y'all crazy, bro.
It's
But
gonna be so much better, nigga, when you get a big garage and all your cars are like right there, just like looking at them, nigga.
yeah, I want to do a 12 car. So
You gotta get you some
Woo!
lifts.
yep.
Yo,
But no, I don't. No, I'm not gonna do no lifts. I'm gonna do it back to back. So it's gonna be um okay. So it's gonna be four, four, and four, and it's gonna be like when you drive in, it's gonna be two slots, one in the front, one in the back, one in the front, one in the back. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be right in front of each other. They're gonna be, you know
you
what I'm
gonna do
saying?
two garage doors, a garage door in the front of the garage in the back, or just one?
No, so okay, so the garage itself is gonna be like it's gonna be kind of like a studio. So when you wanna, it's gonna be kind of like two floors.
Mm.
And when you on the
Okay,
second floor, you're gonna be able to look over the first floor and be able to look at all of the cars on top of it.
that's a good.
So that's gonna kind of be the backdrop. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna have crazy lighting in there. And then that's where I'm gonna really have my workspace to where, you go in, you work, you have all of your computers and everything. So the cars is gonna be the backdrop of whatever it is that I got going on in the studio.
That's like a whole
Oh,
portion
it's
of
gonna be like a
YouTube is
showroom.
about car garages. Is like there's some pretty good, nice build outs.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to design it myself.
Them
So,
motherfuckers expensive, bro. Nigga, get that epoxy floors and stuff.
hmm yep.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna work through it, and then but like I said, I'm gonna build it out in three phases, and then just figure it out from there. Shit, man. I mean, ain't this what we work hard for? Like, eventually, you want to do what you want to do. You gotta basically play GTA in real life. So,
Yeah, that's a fact.
what is somebody saying? Did
Fact.
y'all see? Did y'all see Brittany Griner exposed as a biological man?
Yeah, Melanie King did it, nigga. She was at the pool, nigga, and she didn't have no titties.
Yeah,
Nigga,
What?
what do you mean?
nigga, she was at the pool with no shirt on, nigga, and it was just like
What do you mean
no
no
breath.
shirt?
Nigga, she was at the pool with like shorts and no shirt on, nigga. And it looked like just straight down, nigga. It wasn't no breast tissue or nothing, nigga.
I
Yeah,
don't
that
understand. I
What?
don't
I
understand. I'm
couldn't
confused.
I couldn't watch it. Like Brittany Griner, nigga, so she's a girl, nigga. She should have some breast tissue, nigga.
Melanie King showed it.
Yes.
She ain't worried about her channel getting messed up.
Nigga, it was nothing. It looked like a chest. It looked like a man chest. It wasn't there. It's like a man with no shirt on.
Oh,
But okay, so but they can get surgery and stuff like that though.
That's what she put that caveat in there unless she had all her stuff taken out because nigga her shit was just like nigga she looked like a skinny buff nigga with no shirt on nigga. I couldn't watch the shit. It looked weird as fuck.
that shit is so
Hmm.
bizarre, man. That's
Mhm.
bizarre.
No, I'm never gonna show no junk like that. I just pass on that. I'm chilling. I'm passing on that, bro.
Bro,
But
that
I
Uh,
mean,
is
you
how
could get
crazy.
surgery literally. So,
Yeah,
I guess she had it
I
then
don't know,
because
but the
man.
one thing that I am wondering about though is don't they test for like drugs inside of, you know what I'm saying,
like PEDs or whatever.
inside of the league?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. For
Yeah,
sure.
So how
performance
did that?
enhancing drugs.
Yeah, how would she deal with that though?
Yeah, how she able to? She shouldn't be able to. Oh yeah,
So
how could she take
if it wasn't a
hormone
performance
pills?
enhancing drug, she can do it. Like you know what I mean? Like
Nah, you can't take. There,
human growth
there,
hormones and stuff, then she's straight.
But why wouldn't
oh,
HGH be drugs? Like you get tested and anything else and it's considered a illegal drug.
Well, who says she's taking those human growth hormones? Like who says she's taking those?
Cause her voice getting deeper and all of that shit.
Oh no, nigga. I just look at
yeah.
her.
She
I
sound
think
like a
that's her
little
voice.
man, bro.
Nah, her voice deeper than all of ours, nigga.
You know who I want to interview? Only people I want to interview is people that I really want to interview. I don't want to interview people based off of popularity no more. I want to
Yeah,
interview. I want to interview like Karl Malone, bro.
that nigga, the
Karl
mailman,
Malone?
nigga. I gotta, man. I lost it, man. Actually,
What
one of
make
my
you want to
family
check
members
Karl
told it.
Malone? Just out of
My
curiosity.
Cause Karl
My
Malone
fault.
has
My fault,
basically
Quinn.
been he's been ostracized about marrying younger and all of that other type of stuff. Like Karl Malone got a whole history that people is snubbing him off of based off of they said, when he first got into the league that he got an underage girl pregnant and all of this stuff. He got a whole lot of stuff going on, bro.
Yeah, he do.
last I heard about that bad boy, he was in the WWE hitting people with chairs. Ain't heard about him since.
Like I want to
Man, look.
interview like people that
Dennis,
I am interested in interviewing in order to be able to get their thoughts in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Like I don't
yeah.
want to
People
just
that.
interview people that's the hot person or the popular junk anymore. I only want to interview people that is unique to me.
yeah, that makes sense.
Nah,
So
I feel it.
so
It's almost like
anyways,
giving people a voice, almost that people don't necessarily or haven't given a chance to hear.
yeah. Yeah.
Don't
So
nobody like people don't fuck with Karl Malone, and they
yeah.
like quick to dog him.
Yeah, people don't. I think that people start to shun anybody that I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. But first things first, let me get y'all thoughts on this in particular. Caitlin Clark snubbed for the women's U.S. Olympic team. Let me play this video.
Wow.
Yeah, let me play this video and then we're gonna come back to it.
WNBA star Caitlin Clark taking the high road after being snubbed from Team USA Olympic basketball roster. Our next guest says U.S. women's basketball lost a golden opportunity. Former NFL sideline reporter Michelle Tafoya joins us now. Michelle, you were there every step of the way. You saw the emergence of women's sports. You were doing play-by-play during it. Did the USA basketball make the right move?
I think they whiffed here. I completely believe they lost a golden opportunity. You could have got one of those 12 spots. Now, look, every woman on that team is deserving. And there are also other women out there who didn't get picked who are deserving. And I think Caitlin Clark is one of them. If you're going to go with the meritocracy argument, we could chalk up a ton of stuff. But the undeniable thing about Caitlin Clark is how popular she is, how many eyeballs she has brought to the sport. People are discovering women's basketball for the first time for many, many people because of Caitlin Clark. She would have been a boon for this Olympic team. Look, this is a sport. It is a game. Bryant, it's also a business. You know that better than anybody. It is a business. This would have meant so much for the ratings of the women's Olympic basketball stuff, all of it.
So a couple of things, Michelle. If you're USA basketball, you feel pressure because the women are the best in the world, just like the men. I think they won 9 gold medals already. They've only lost 3 games ever. And you don't want to be that coach to get knocked out early, and maybe because you put somebody on there that isn't the top 12 in the world. So far, she's averaged 16 points a game as a pro, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, making 37% of her shots. Solid start. But remember, and you live this, but I was covering it too, UConn basketball. The best player in college basketball, Rebecca Lobo. She was never a dominant in the WNBA. Sometimes you reach your peak in college. She hasn't shown that she's among the best pros yet.
Are you saying her performance the other night with 30 points and 7 threes to tie a rookie record does not show that she's a promising pro? I don't buy it. I just don't. And again, you can sit her on the pine. You can have her the 12th person on your roster. People will still tune in to see if she gets on that floor, to see if she gets to play. These women on the U.S. team are so dominant that you can win with almost any 12 that they decided to pick. So if you want the eyeballs that you say that you want, that you've been asking for decades, if you want the support, you want the boost to this game that you say that you want, then you put the most popular player. Not only because she's the most popular, Brian, she's one of the best players on the planet.
So I'm gonna start with Quentin because I know Quentin is he rides and then he jumps off sometimes.
then he dies, and then he rides again.
Yeah, Quentin, thoughts on Caitlin Clark? being snubbed for the U.S. Women's Olympic team.
Yeah, I think so, man. The amount of money, it's ridiculous how much people watch this woman. It's absolutely insane. And like they said, they lost 3 games and forever, and like 9 Olympics. Like
Yeah,
they said that the reason for her, I think the ultimate reason is she probably wouldn't have just clicked with the team as a whole. Like they hate her. Like let's be honest, they don't like her. But
but is this more of a
this is why
reflection
women.
of? Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear what you was about to say.
This is why women fumble the bag. This is why the WNBA fumbles the bag. They're like, we feel like what she's gonna bring to the team, it's gonna mess up stuff. I'm like, nigga, fuck that. Get this money. And niggas was like, her time will come when it's time. Nah, nigga, tomorrow ain't promised to you, nigga. You better get that money right now when you can. It
I
ain't
agree.
guaranteed that she gonna be around and healthy in the next 4 years to make the Olympic team. Just
I
saying,
I rock with that. Slimmy, what's
because
your thoughts on that?
even Jordan, the first year Jordan played, that nigga was at the end of the bench. They left Isaiah off the team for Jordan and shit. Nigga, like, come on
They
now.
left Isaiah off the team
No,
for
no, no, no,
Magic.
no, 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 no.
Magic, okay. Magic when he
No,
was
no,
old as
no.
fuck.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, for Magic.
so the thing I think about it is two ways you can look at this. I remember when Christian Leitner was he was on the Dream Team, I believe, and I still
He
to this
was.
day, I don't
he was a
understand how he
senior,
made it.
wasn't he? A senior coming out of
Yeah,
Duke. He was,
he was going to the NBA though. He was
yeah,
going to the NBA, so
yeah. That
he
makes
was
Yeah,
at
sense.
but the okay. So let me add some caveat, some context to that. Um, the
he was the
logic of
best
it or
player in college too.
the rules of it was that there was always going to be one college player included on the NBA on the men's side of the Olympic Games from the USA side.
Because
So
they
there were
picked
Right.
him over Shaq, didn't they? Because Shaq was
yes,
popular.
but
And they picked
Yeah.
it
Leitner.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter. It
Yep.
was more about popularity.
yeah,
Yeah.
Christian
Leitner was
Laettner
man.
was more
He was.
popular
Yeah,
than he was
and
the
Shaq
most
was.
popular college player coming
Yeah.
into the league at the time, and it was the right move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was the most polarizing player too.
He
Like
was.
damn near of in college basketball history. Like that's arguable. Like I hated Christian Leitner, but you love to watch that dude play. Like
But
because
we
he was
got to
gonna give you
remember that
everything.
when that happened, right? That was really the thing that drove the NBA to be global.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Like,
all they did. Yeah.
yeah, the NBA became global, a global brand bigger than anything because they had already started marketing Jordan. You
Hmm.
had Magic Johnson and Larry Bird was at the tail end of their career. They wasn't even really good like that, like they was back in the earlier days. However, the NBA understood that it was a business more than anything. They was
Yep.
more concerned with the business side and continuing to get to the bag. I'm gonna read that super chat in a minute, Dion Sardines. They was more concerned with the business side of it and making sure that they was running up the numbers. Meanwhile, the WNBA, ironically enough, continued to be a losing product, losing to
Hmm.
the tune of $10 to $12 million for the entire league since the existence.
Woo.
You know what's so funny? I never ever watch the WNBA. I think one of the worst products on the floor.
it still
I've
is.
talked
Even with
about the
Caitlin,
W.
it still is.
You said what?
Even with Caitlin, it's still horrible to watch.
Yeah, but here's
Hmm.
the thing though. We talking about her. I've talked more
Hmm.
about the WNBA now this year than I ever have, and it's only because of her. So if
Yeah.
that be the case, and you're starting to draw in conversations from fans that don't even like the league or casual fans, why wouldn't you embrace her in order to continue to market the league more effectively and to create more visibility for a product that y'all trying to turn profitable and then take to the to the next level?
Bro, I didn't even buy NBA TV for professional, and I bought it for Caitlin. I
Exactly. And see,
added
what
that
people
package
don't
to my
understand
shit, nigga.
is it's a business first. The NBA, the WNBA, at the end of the day, it is a business. It is not about veterans. Listen, I can't name one chick that is on that NBA, the WNBA Olympic team, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about any of those other chicks. We don't
I'm
care.
gonna be
Listen,
honest.
diversity, equity,
I've
and
never
inclusion.
ever cared.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is for losers. Running the bag up is for winners. And so they focus on what's fair. Listen, if it was all about fairness, then Isaiah Thomas would have been on the dream team. But it's
Yeah,
not. It's not about
it's a
fairness. It's
fact.
about marketing and it's about
It's
running
a
that
fact.
bag up. So I don't understand it. It's weird to me. I don't know who's in charge that could botch something like that so bad. Botch a marketing opportunity like that so bad when you literally got more eyes than you ever have been talking about a product um that most of us don't even care about.
Yeah, yeah, they blew this one because what I was gonna say is like even if you look at it from the Christian Laettner point of view, where people hate Caitlin Clark, they still want to see her play because the aspect of they might want to see her fail. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That's
she's
probably
that
part
she's
of it.
that she's that polarizing.
Yeah.
Now where you fuck up is like this is an opportunity for you to boost that league, even more viewership. So the world could see Caitlin Clark. That still brings attention to the WNBA. And
Yup.
now you've dropped the ball
You
completely.
can you can bring in a whole new
It's
audience,
man,
nigga.
it's that's
By watching
insane.
who was that white girl from
That's
America pulling up from
insane.
half court.
I don't care. I know Asia
Tapping
Wilson.
them Chinese
What's her name?
motherfuckers,
Asia
bro.
Wilson. Asia Wilson. She the best. She the best player in the WNBA.
Yeah.
And I've
I
never
don't
I've
even
seen
never
know who that
one
I
is,
haven't
bro.
watched
clip.
it.
I've
I
never
haven't
seen
watched
one clip of her.
it. Me
I've
either.
never seen one clip.
Me either.
She's the best player in the WNBA, and
I haven't seen one clip. Nope.
she never moved the needle on the viewership of the WNBA
Nope.
more than Caitlin Clark did. Let's
Me
keep it
and
a
my
bean. So it doesn't matter.
me and my
It
homeboy
doesn't
Michael
matter.
talked about this earlier. I guess the Mystic played the Fever. The Mystic was 0-11, and the Fever was like 3-8, and they had to move arenas to. They had to move to a bigger arena, and they sold out a 20K arena. The very next game the Mystic played, 4,000 people.
Jesus.
Caitlin Clark brought her
Jesus.
ass 16,000 plus people just because I'm in the motherfucking building. And Angel Reese was
Woo!
throwing shade again. You heard that? My homeboy
She was
Michael
what?
told me that she threw some shade again. She was like, people come to see me too, not just one person.
Who said that?
Well, I'm not mad at that though,
Who said
because
that?
I'm not
Angel
mad at
Reese.
Angel Reese, right, for
That
saying
no
that.
one's
Oh.
no one's
Oh,
watching Angel
okay.
Reese. No
And the
one's going
reason
to see
why I'm
Angel
not
Reese.
mad at Angel Reese for
You
saying that is because you need a hero and you need a villain.
Yup,
yeah.
yup. You're right.
You need
And
a
you gotta
You're
say
rivalry.
that.
You need a
You gotta say
rivalry.
that.
And so I think that Angel Reese, I'm gonna give her some credit. I
She
think
playing
she's
her
playing
part.
her role. She's playing her
Hmm.
role. And
You
so,
gotta say that.
yeah, man, you gotta keep listen. In this day and age where everything is about marketing, even if you don't think it's about marketing, you got to have a hero and you got to play the villain or you got to have a villain. And I believe that should be that to be true in every situation.
Yeah,
Facts. That's a
So
fact. They
that's a
based the
fact,
whole
though.
they based the whole like sport off heels and heroes in wrestling. A whole
oh, that's
sport is
no,
based
that's
off that shit.
everything. Listen,
Well, yeah.
that's Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That's Shannon Sharp
And Skip
and that
Yeah.
Bayless.
was Shannon and
Yeah.
Skip. That was that's every single thing that happens on YouTube.
Larry and Bird.
That
Everything, bro.
hey, no, Republicans and Democrats.
A
Shit.
hundred
If you
percent.
want to go that far.
Everything is a hero and a villain. And if a villain, a lot of people don't want to be the villain, but if the villain embraces their role, they could
Yep.
be just as, if not more popular than the people that
LeBron
perceive it to be the
James.
hero.
That nigga LeBron went to Miami. Motherfuckers hated his guts, and he was
Yep.
just like, "Fuck it, I'm still the king."
Yep. Yep. A
That
hundred
nigga did
percent. And
not
so
care.
I think that Angel Reese is. I don't know if she's doing it intentionally. She might be doing it unintentionally. But I think that she's playing a
Maybe
role.
so. Oh, for sure, for sure. She gotta, man. She gotta say that shit, just like you said, man. She fill the villain role. Keep pumping that villain role because they gonna need you later on.
Yeah.
They're gonna need you later on. And if you just start, all you got to do is start playing halfway decent, and then that's a rivalry game.
Yeah.
It's
So
Who
bullshit.
was the villain to LeBron? LeBron didn't have no villain, did he?
oh,
The
absolutely.
Celtics,
Well,
the
no, it
Celtics,
wasn't. He had multiple different villains. You
I
yeah,
had
guess
the
the owner
Wizards,
of the
the Wizards,
Cavs.
the
well,
Wizards,
no,
the Wizards.
I would say the anti-LeBron was probably Steph Curry at one point. Well,
Oh
let me
yeah,
let
yeah,
me
yeah.
let me
Like
back
a
up. At
villain
first,
though?
they tried
No.
to
It was
make it. They tried to make it because I remember even the Nike marketing. They
Yeah, Kobe
wanted
and
to
LeBron.
have a
Nike versus
Kobe
Under
versus
Armour.
LeBron.
Yeah, that was
There
crazy.
was marketing the Kobe versus LeBron, but one of them didn't make the finals.
LeBron,
LeBron and
LeBron
them
didn't.
didn't make the finals. He was playing with a bunch of
Well,
paint cans over at Cleveland. I think that's when the Celtics had made the finals, if I'm not mistaken.
no, Orlando,
Was it Orlando?
Dwight Howard and
Okay.
Beatrice and
Yeah,
all
that is
them,
true. You're
and
right.
it was a whole bunch of people that was mad. It was mad that they was even making those ads. It was like they trying to get Kobe and LeBron in the
Yep,
finals.
I remember
They
that.
trying to get Kobe and LeBron in the finals, and the
Yep,
motherfuckers was so mad. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. This when
you're
I
right.
started. This when I started stop fucking with ESPN because I felt like they was the ones that was pushing against it because it was Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like if it would have
Yeah,
been any other team, any other city, I don't think they would have gave a fuck. They'd have been like, "Oh, LeBron versus Kobe." You know, if it would have been the Bulls, they'd have been off. They'd have been all for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But because it was
yeah,
Cleveland, motherfuckers was in full hate mode. I'll
yeah.
be honest. If it was OKC, they'd have been in full hate mode too. Being real, anything small market, they be completely against that shit, man.
You think
Shit
so?
be crazy as fuck. Hell yeah, man. I've
When's the
been
last
noticing
small
that
market
shit.
team to make it? Utah? Not Utah. Denver. Denver ain't small, is it? That wouldn't be
Yeah,
considered a
Denver is
smaller
a
market
small
team.
Yeah,
market
Denver
team.
is small market. Hell yeah,
It
they hate it.
is?
Man, they
Yes,
didn't want to see
Really?
Denver win.
100%,
No.
100%.
Man, they didn't want to
Listen,
see
when you're
Denver
talking about a
win.
major market, you talking about Chicago, New York, Los Angeles,
Yep.
Miami.
Would you
You
consider
talk
Dallas
about
a
that.
big market? Dallas and Houston? Like
Mm,
mid?
I would say mid for Dallas and Houston.
Big state. Yeah,
Listen,
big
listen.
state.
You know how you know a team is a major team is that it's gonna sell out regardless of how trash the team is.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers is a show. Most of the people that go to Lakers games ain't even
Uh,
Lakers fans.
nope. They just
Nope,
want to be seen.
not at
Yeah,
all.
it's not a basketball game. It's a statement.
Yeah.
Who's
I'm
who?
showing out. It's a who's who. It's a you know what I'm saying. So it's different. You know what I'm saying. When you go to Oklahoma City, they rabid fans. If you go to it
Okay. See. Oh,
yeah, I mean it's
Minnesota.
just it's a different environment. You know what I'm saying. So when you talk
Yep.
about major team, New York. I mean, listen, the Knicks is gonna be profitable no matter what. It is a money printing machine. But
Yeah. It's a
the
fact.
flip side of it is, um, it may not necessarily be a basketball thing. It's all about who's sitting courtside at Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden ring just as much as the Knicks itself.
It's a fact. Yes, and it's that's the show itself. But a lot of those people there, they like fans of basketball too, though. A lot of Knicks fans, they be real like hardcore basketball fans
No,
as
that's
well.
true. That's true. Two things can be true
Yeah,
at the same time.
yeah, but it's
No,
definitely
Jay
a show.
Anderson the Great, you wrong, bro. Y'all wrong. Y'all saying that the Lakers are diehard fans? No, I think that the
Nah, that's cap.
Lakers fans in a lot of instances. Listen, bro, you can't really be a diehard fan unless you're a fan of the team, even when they losing.
Yeah, because when Smush Parker was there,
Yeah, man. Come on, man. They capping, bro. They capping.
yeah, bro,
It may now. I'm
I
not gonna
remember
doubt that
that.
it's not some Lakers fans, but
Oh
when
yeah,
I
they
think of a
they
fan, like there's people in certain cities. Like if you go to Green Bay for their football team, the guy that got the cheese on his head and stuff like that, like
yeah
it's different. You know what I'm saying? It is
yeah.
different.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
You come to a Cleveland Browns tailgate, you gonna see some crazy shit, boy.
Yeah.
Off
I
the
think we're
Richter
kind of
scale.
we're like that since we don't really got no pro teams here. It's like that about like OU,
Oh yeah, I
like
heard.
like the football school nigga. Boo you nigga anywhere you go. If I wear this shit, nigga, you are a boomer yelling, nigga. Fuck
Yeah,
you, niggas.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. I knew a young lady
That's
that stayed out there, man, like in
like the
Oklahoma.
pro, like the
She was
protein
telling me
here.
about that yeah, because he was saying like you go tailgate and it's just, man, this shit is like a pro game. She was like,
Yeah.
you won't believe how crazy the fans are. I
Where's it
was like,
at? Where's you
God
saying?
damn. She was in Oklahoma
The
Oh,
for the
Norman, yep.
Sooners. Yeah, she would go to like Sooners tailgate.
It's
yeah.
wild. I
She
don't
moved.
fuck with it. I'm in
What's
Texas.
crazy
I've been
is
Austin every weekend.
yeah, no, what's crazy is she's in Texas now too.
Mm.
That's what's crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think
She
it's
used to tell me
different.
about them
I got Longhorn
Sooners
on the back of my
games.
truck.
Yeah, her
It
name
is
Amber.
different some places. So I don't know.
Yeah,
That shit
but
was crazy.
they said I think by from the game they put her on the they put Caitlin as an alternate. I think they they put
If I was
Oh, they
her, I
put
and
her
wouldn't
as an
that
even go.
alternate?
yeah they
I
put her as an
wouldn't even
alternate. It
entertain
came out
that.
like a couple hours ago.
Oh, okay.
That's only
Well then
because they're getting over
that
the backlash.
yeah,
They
that
said
that, they
and
ain't
that was
fucked
the
up
whole
too
premise of
bad.
leaving her off the team because they thought they were gonna give her a backlash for letting her sit on the bench.
Yeah. That's just a bunch of backlash. That don't have nothing to do with the actual
And if you look at the committee, they're
somebody
all women.
botched.
Somebody
Somebody
Yeah, they
what?
botched that whole
definitely
thing.
they fucked that up.
They're all
Oh, Eddie
women.
Jones and Nick
They
Van
show the
Ness.
committee
Yeah.
who picks the team. Like, granted, all these women on this team ball the fuck out, but you could have left one motherfucker off for her.
I don't care about whether they ball or not, bro. I only care
Because
about
Brittany Griner has been hurt the whole season. She played one game and that bitch is on the team.
let me tell you something, bro.
What?
I see people, and
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Quentin this on another podcast, on this show, but on another podcast. I see people that are great in certain environments, and they could hold their own and talk their ass off. If you put them in on a panel, or you put them in certain environments with certain questions, they mute. They're no
Yeah.
good in that type of environment, right? And so, just as effective as whether or not somebody may be a fan favorite or something like that does not mean that that's going to translate well, because you got to make a business decision. And
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't matter. Listen, there's plenty of people that are good at what they do, but they're trash when it comes to being able to market them.
Yeah.
Jason
Again, it's
Tatum is
women.
more marketable than Jalen Brown.
Jason,
Jalen
even
Brown
though
has been
Jalen's
playing
better,
better
That's a fact.
than Jason Tatum.
That's a fact.
you got to go with the light skinned of
That's a
the
fact.
group.
And I already had said a long time ago, I said it a while ago, and people were asking me, they said, Anton, who do you think is going to be the face of the league? I said, Jason Tatum.
And
Yep.
if you look at it, I saw it the other day, Jalen's
Light skin
credentials,
with
like
that
him going
curly
to
hair.
college, he ain't
Boy, he
got no
looking like Albie
kids.
Short Jr. Oh, my fault, Quentin. What was you saying? My
Is there a
bad.
delay? I think there's a
Yeah,
delay.
I got a
Hmm?
That was
delay.
it.
You got a delay, Slimmy?
Yeah, because Quentin was talking. I thought he was done.
No, y'all straight. But no, I Jason. I mean, that's just a fact. Jason Tatum. Listen, Jason Tatum has a full head of hair, a hairline.
Mm-hmm.
He
And he
has
don't
a
have braids.
correct. That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, he clean cut. He clean cut.
He don't wear cornrows in his head. Listen, as much as we liked AI, because I
Couldn't
mean, come on,
fuck,
listen,
couldn't fuck with him because his
let's keep it
hair.
a bean. Let's keep it a bean.
He
As
was
much
not
as we
marketable
liked
at all.
AI
Yep.
Couldn't be
on the
marketable with that
real,
hair.
Yep.
and it's a lot of people, and I need them to actually think about this.
Mm-hmm.
When it was AI was in the league, and before Kobe went through the stuff that he went through with the whole accusation and shit like that, and then he became the Mamba. A lot of black people wasn't even fucking with Kobe, bro.
That's a fact. That's a
And people
fact.
now, but see now that he is what he is and how he went out and all of that, and he was a Mamba and all of it, whatever, blah blah blah. People gonna act like, man, no, I've been a Kobe fan my whole life. No, they wasn't, bro. People was not fucking with Kobe. Not everybody. It was a lot of people that wasn't fucking with Kobe back when
Nope.
AI was a shit.
Yep.
They was against Kobe. They didn't like his attitude and all of this stuff. They thought that he was trying to be like Jordan too much. It
Yep.
was a lot of people that was hating on Kobe when
Yeah, they were
Kobe
saying Kobe. They
earlier
were
in
saying
his
Kobe was
career.
corny.
They was saying he was corny. They was
Yeah, they were
laughing
saying he
at
was
his
corny.
raps. He had dropped
Yep.
that song, and all of that
Oh,
stuff. And it was a lot of people that was not messing with Kobe. Was not messing with Kobe. It's
yep.
almost like you got to
That's
get
a
some
fact.
dirt on you. Um,
Yep.
you got to get some dirt on you in order for the culture to really rock with you.
Yeah, I remember making fun of Kobe because he had on a top hat and he was rapping in a tuxedo.
Yep.
And
And
I think it was a
they
Bryant
hated
McKnight
Kobe.
video.
Yeah, he was. And he
Yeah,
yep, it was.
I was like, bro, what is you doing? Like, just hoop. Like, nigga, you tripping. Like, don't rap no more, man. Just hoop.
Yep. They
Yeah,
was
but
messing with AI,
yep.
but the marketing was difficult for them to be able to get AI
Yeah, it
because
was they couldn't
AI
market that
was
nigga at
on some
all.
street shit and he was always
He
talking junk
was
on a mic, on a hot mic, and he was messing, he was gambling, he was in the clubs at night,
yep.
and he had a bunch of hoes and all of this stuff, and so it was difficult for them to be able to market AI. That's
Yeah.
why he got that little ass statue.
Yep. Yeah.
He
That's a
got that
fact.
little ass statue.
Yep.
So, if we really want to keep it G, Kobe didn't really become embraced until after he became the Mamba. Then he had to win again. And you know what I'm saying? Like his legacy started to change once he started to age a little bit better and his ability
Mm-hmm.
to be able to be enduring to the to the fans. And then he started getting his daughters and all of that stuff. And then, you put the cherry on top the way that he went out, dog. He couldn't have had. I mean, nobody want to see anybody pass away, but fuck
Hell no.
now all of a sudden everybody fucking with him. But wasn't nobody fucking
Yeah.
with him when AI was the man.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
They was
I-
looking at Kobe like he was Drake, and AI was Kendrick Lamar.
Yep. And then nobody fucked with Kobe until he cut that stupid ass afro off. Real
Yep,
talk.
yep,
They called that nigga corny. I remember that vividly.
yep,
Why you call
Nobody
him
was fucking with
so
Kobe.
stupid, nigga?
Kobe,
That's not from what,
Kobe used to
nigga?
speak Italian. He used to speak Italian in interviews. He used to say, "This is my team." Talking about the I think he had like a soccer team or some shit like that, and he was talking about the Lakers and like,
yeah,
man, it was
yep,
he had a lot of scrutiny, man. He had a lot of shit working against him, man.
yep.
Like,
That's 100.
yeah,
Percent That's 100%.
nobody fucked with Kobe. Nobody fucked with nobody more than AI, man. Everybody loved AI.
Yeah,
You know, the only person that got more love than AI was Michael Jordan.
yeah.
Like, and then he retired. It, AI was the face of the NBA that they could not market at all, like you said.
Nope, nope.
Could
But
not
that be
market that
even in
nigga.
that situation, they needed a villain and they needed a hero. So,
Yep. Yep.
so
Hell
yep.
yeah.
It's pretty tripped out. Let me read some of these super chats, and we're gonna go over to the next subject. Another Slimmy's favorite guy. Deion Sardine says, but Brittany Griner is on the team. Brittany Griner is on the USA team?
Yeah, that's what Quinn was just talking about. Cause he said she only played one game.
Because she been hurt all year and she made the team. She won't even kneel
Okay.
for the flag and she
Yeah,
made the team.
that's a
Chris
snub.
Mayberry says, so since it's not about fairness, why everybody complaining about her not being on the team? Not being on the team? Oh, well.
No one brought up
Well, it's
fairness.
about
Boss
No
money.
one
man
brought up
Mayberry.
fair.
Shout out to Derek Johnson supporting the platform. I appreciate you, bro. High Tolerance says, a Reich from the wings has ran it up from day one.
Eric.
OAN, what is OAN? Anybody know what that means? These
I don't
bros
know.
in the WNBA got the munchies and hurt seeing about the big pictures.
These
I
bros.
don't even know. I don't know what the hell
Savagery.
that is. Anyways, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We're gonna deep dive over into another subject. I want to play this video really quickly.
Dang.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Mm,
switch
mm,
this
mm.
out real quick. I want to play this out, and this is for everybody that's always riding a Dame train. This guy, I think that he wishes that he's Jay-Z. And
Still talking about Jay Z?
listen, bro. Check this
I
out.
know
Shout
he
out
couldn't
to
have
my
got worse than
dog.
the last one.
Yeah, shout out to my dog, Ugly Money. That's actually my guy. I rock with him. Doing his thing over there. Let me see if I can get this video to play real quick.
Since this Diddy thing, right? It's not too many people that can sit and talk anymore. Why do you think a lot of these people are being quiet? Like,
Because they've been quiet. So the question's gonna be, why you been quiet? And when you ask me, it's like, now we know why you haven't been quiet. So now y'all know why I've been doing what I've been doing, saying what I've been saying, and moving the way I do. Look at what you got to deal with out there. And I just won't let me or any of my creatives deal with that, ever. I'm not dealing with that. All money ain't good money. I'm not looking the other way. And when it comes to certain things, where I'm from, snitching is a no-go. Pedophile, no-go.
Hey.
Rape, no-go.
Hey.
Now imagine having to be around all that shit daily. How would you act? Now, if you're a real one, you're going to do what I do. If you're tolerant and you don't really stand on your principles, you're going to look like you're happy. People are going to say you're not difficult to work with because you look the other way.
Exactly.
I just don't look the other way.
No. Yeah, I couldn't stand for that either.
You'd be surprised at how many people start out with that attitude, and then as soon as the devil walks in, turn into a whole nother person and do anything they told.
So
down to the way they talk. I be dying laughing, seeing tough guys not talk tough when they think someone with a suit from another culture walks in the room. All the street goes out the window. It should be hilarious to me. Like, why people start talking like the weatherman when they come in?
It's a lot of questions that need to be answered. There's a lot of people.
I just won't change my tone.
Yeah, no, a lot of people being quiet right now. A lot of people are low key with this, with all these Diddy things going around.
Because there'd be questions. You'd have to answer. What was you doing?
Questions.
What did you see? What did you see, Dame? Y'all know what I saw, and then I broke out. So the last 10 years, I ain't seen none of that because I wasn't around it. It got too abusive. I'm telling you. I promise you. I was like, this is crazy. I'm out.
So, Dame, as usual, always talking about how real he is and how he the one that's standing on business and all of this stuff. He goes on to talk about in another clip and on Ugly Money's platform. Um, he goes on to talk about Jay-Z some more and all of this other stuff or whatever, blah blah blah. But in this particular segment, as it relates to the whole Diddy situation and allegations and stuff, he insinuated a lot of stuff, and we can read between the lines and we can figure it out. Do y'all still have the same level of respect for for Dame Dash, with how he's moving, especially with regard to, um, his accusations and the stuff that he's insinuating towards Jay Z when that was at one point the person that he was getting the most money with?
Man, bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. I always thought Jay-Z was a scumbag for the way he handled some situations. Especially the shit with Beans. He wouldn't let that nigga out that contract. Granted, he didn't have to. He didn't have to. But he's been quiet about that shit, and he don't bring that shit up, and he don't look like no type of way. I felt like Dame Dash got a raw deal. I don't give a fuck about that shit no more, man. This nigga is turning into somebody who man, like if I was Jay-Z, man, I ain't gonna even say it online, but like it would be money. It would be money on somebody to clip this nigga. Like, cause how could you, like, you trying to really tarnish my name? Like, this shit is slanderous. That shit is slanderous. You basically saying like he a pedophile? What are you doing? Like, that shit is out of line, bro. Like, now you see why Jay don't speak on him in interviews and why he wasn't fucking with that nigga. Like, why he was trying to keep him from getting the bag. Ain't no telling how many people he done told this to in private.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about this shit publicly. What he just said behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Like, over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and while they were like, ain't no telling what he could have told Cameron. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he was when he put him in a certain situation, man. Like, this shit's crazy, bro. Yeah.
Quentin, thoughts, Quentin?
Oh yeah. My fault. Your car. You right. I definitely.
I'm not versed in any of this hardcore nigga shit. Only thing I know about Dame is Stacey Dash's ex-husband. That's
Nope.
it.
Stacey Dash's a cousin or brother, something like that. It's his relative.
Yeah, she related.
Oh, that's not the husband.
No,
Oh, okay, see, I don't know shit.
No, 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 no.
no, but Quentin at the same time, forget whether or not you understand. You know what I'm saying? The culture or any of that stuff. From the perspective of a person that you used to get money with, or a person that y'all is incredibly successful with, right? And nobody actually did anything to anybody like physically or anything like that. One of them may feel like, oh, I could have got more money with you, or I should have been in that deal with you, or whatever. If somebody is real, or they say that they real, or they say that they street, or whatever it is that they say that they are, but then they lean into the idea of every time somebody mentions, you talk about them, and now you starting to insinuate and throw them under the bus with regard to the whole Diddy Cassie situation. What do you think about that from that perspective?
I think what's real don't have to be spoken, and he always fucking talking. He always talking
Mm.
about some shit, and from what I get, like from what I haven't heard Jay Z say anything about him. There's never any clips. There ain't nobody on the YouTube talking about Jay Z saying shit. That nigga's
Yeah,
butthurt. Continue to be butthurt for the duration of whenever.
yeah. I think that
It's kind of weird.
I
Like
think
every time the
that
nigga gets a chance, every time you put a mic in his face, he talking about Jay Z.
some people always say,
Yeah.
well, it's the interviewers that ask them the questions. You do not have to respond, and you can set the precedent and say, hey, I don't want to talk about this, or I don't want to do that, or whatever, so on and so forth. But he continues to talk about it, and I think that that was all fake. Over time, you get to see who people really are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I called it a long time ago, and everybody was trying to say, "No, man, Anton, you don't get it. It's not Dame's fault or whatever." Dame's entire existence today is based off of the idea that he's being booked, or people are talking to him or having him interview, and eventually they gonna ask about Jay-Z, or Jay-Z living rent-free in his head, or he gonna throw Jay-Z under the bus with regard to this, or he gonna insinuate this with Jay-Z, or he gonna complain about Jay-Z doing this on this other new podcast or whatever. His entire existence has become Jay-Z.
Shit's weird.
Wow.
It's always
Wow.
weird when like beefs are one sided.
Yeah, it is, bro. It
Nah,
is.
nah, it was crazy is, you know what? I said it last time we was talking about Dame. Man, I really don't think, well, I mean, maybe Jay-Z does have like some ill thoughts about him, like seeing him do shit like this. But
But
like I
see,
said, man,
people in the chat, for example, saying Jay is quiet and it's not because of Dame. Jay always been quiet. Jay has
yeah,
never listen.
Say shit.
Jay
He
has
can't never
never
say
been the
shit.
dude to ever say anything about anything unless he was rapping about it on wax.
yeah,
Jay has never talked about Beyonce in an interview. He don't
Nope.
talk about his family. He don't do none of that stuff. He barely even do interviews. He's never really done interviews unless he was out promoting the product.
That nigga PC as fuck.
He is. He Jay seemed like he just living his life.
That nigga
He
smiles. He says the normal answers.
he be enjoying life. The dude is controlling what's going on at the NFL halftime shows, and
Yup.
Jay pimping so hard that Beyonce is the one that's on tour. He be sitting in the audience like, yeah, go B.
it's a fact.
That's
I
listen.
would think that Dame is he's reached such a level of success. You figured he'd know how to move more than what he's doing.
Yeah, Jay has always
I
just
don't know.
been
We'll be up with Dame.
Jay don't talk. Like he just don't talk. And when he talk, half the time he be talking in code. You don't even be knowing what he be talking about. Even when he going, I remember I used to see the games where he would be dapping up LeBron and them course out. He be talking like this with his hand over his mouth and junk like that. You don't even want to know, let you know what he's saying. So see, I don't go by what I see people say. You can run around and you can profess stuff all the time. Listen, when the rubber meets the road, I'll use this as an example. People was hating on Kevin Hart for a long time. Kevin Hart ain't really that funny. Let me say something, bro. Kevin Hart, even on um Tom Brady's roast, was funnier
That nigga was
Then
hilarious.
Cat Williams specials. Cat Williams' last two specials didn't
That was
even come
trash.
close to the funniness that Kevin Hart had on Tom Brady's roast.
Yeah, I agree.
And so at the end of the day, the cream is always gonna rise to the top. Yep, you're gonna get a moment. Yep, you're gonna get a little bit of boost. Yep, you're gonna blow up. Yep, you're gonna run up the numbers when it comes to your interviews and stuff. Yep, you're gonna throw a bunch of shit out there or whatever. But over time, some things are not going to age well. Over time,
Yeah.
listen, anybody could be a prisoner of the moment. But it's some people. Kevin Hart is running up a bag. I went to the show the other day to go and see Bad Boys, and I looked at a poster, and he got another movie coming out, another blockbuster movie coming out.
His
Mm-hmm.
last movie was pretty good. Like when he said that was pretty good.
Man, listen, Jay don't talk. Dame talk all day about
Oh, a
Jay.
fucking time.
Yeah. And about
All
and like
day about Jay. Now, it would even be different. Now, listen, let me add a caveat in there, and this is my opinion. It would even be different if Dame was winning. Like 50, I don't agree with all of the stuff he do either. But 50 get a
That nigga,
pass in a lot of ways because 50 is winning. And
that
you can
nigga's a
talk shit.
troll.
facts.
It's like, yeah, when you winning, it's trolling. When you losing, you a bitch and you complaining.
Yup.
And so the
Yep.
only way that you can really start talking, I'll be throwing little pot shots and laughing at niggas because I'll be looking at niggas' numbers on them other platforms. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna always seem like, oh man, Anton is a bully or whatever. No, I'm trolling because I'm laughing at the fact that you not as good as me. And even on my lowest channel, we beat you niggas 10 times out of 10 every single week. Night in, night out. And so I have the ability to be able to troll. Now, the flip side of that is trolling is different than telling people's personal business. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yes,
going to talk
sir.
about your personal business. I'm going to keep it 100% based off of content creation and all of that. I'm not diving into no personal business. I'm not talking about nothing that happened behind the scenes. I'm not going to say nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with keeping it above board because it's rules of engagement. I'm going to troll you based off of whether or not you can compete against me. It's similar to battling when it comes to hip hop or whatever like that, right? But I'm
Mm-hmm.
not about to cross no lines and no boundaries and start talking about anything that we talked about personally on the phone or no shit like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But it's only trolling if you win it. You can only troll if you win it. Ja Rule can't troll 50.
At all.
He can't troll
At
50.
all.
And so I think that, I mean, respectfully, Dame is looking more and more like a bitch. And when you start shining a light. Y'all can talk that Harlem shit. Oh no, this is just how they talk in Harlem. No, that nigga's a chatty patty. He keep insinuating shit. He keep trying to get niggas jammed up, talking about I don't talk or any of this type of shit. And he dirty. He dirty.
Yeah,
And
this
I
shit
think that
don't
Jay
look good,
continues to
bro.
live rent free in that nigga head, bro.
That shit don't look good, man. I don't know what's going on with Dame, man.
I do.
Like every time it's just like
You seeing who
it
he
gets
truly is.
worse and worse and worse. And you don't think it could get worse than what it is. And it's just like, what the fuck? Last time he was saying that what you gonna call it? Oh man, that was horrible. That was a horrible sound bite.
I think
Big
that
pimping is
Jay should
about
do
me.
exactly what he been doing. I think that he should be
Yeah,
ex.
don't
If
acknowledge
I'm
it.
Jay, let me tell you how I will be trolling if I'm Jay. I would be breaking this nigga all day long when it comes to my business. I on every turn, I would be making sure that he can't move no shoes. I would be everything I would be doing would be based off of beating you in a bit from a business perspective. You know, you can't show us, can't sign a catalog, none of that shit. Jay's level of
uh,
trolling is to beat you when it comes to his business acumen and making sure that
yeah,
eventually he gonna be. I bet you Jay be sitting there laughing like, "Hey B, look at this nigga."
he definitely do. He definitely do.
Real talk, the nigga's looking dusty in the light, bro. Looking
It look
real
bad.
dusty in the light, and it's
It look
unfortunate.
bad.
And I know that we like to keep it PC because we don't want to call shit out and call a spade a spade. But I don't have no ties to these niggas. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I was never a Dame fan. I was always I rock with the talent. We go where the talent go. We don't go where the niggas that talk shit. Listen, we was Jordan fans. We was not the manager that put the team together fans.
Right. Nobody liked Jerry Klaus.
Nobody cared to fuck about Jerry
Nobody
Klaus.
gave a fuck.
Nobody is checking. We followed Jordan. We
Nobody.
didn't follow Jerry. We don't give a fuck about Jerry. And
Facts.
so instead of this nigga playing his role as a number 2 ass nigga, as a Luigi, real
me,
talk. I don't
Mario.
dog, let's just keep it real. Why is these Luigi ass niggas?
Yep.
Dog, we don't even know this nigga for nothing except for what Jay eventually did. Instead of playing your role and getting the bag, doing the same thing that all of the rest of the team is doing, niggas gotta be at the forefront of the movement. It's like, nigga, let's get this money.
Niggas should have been chilling, man. Niggas should have been chilling.
Yeah, so
Had to
does
put
he
his
have like a
homies
family
in the
life?
way.
Is he married and stuff?
Who? I don't
Dang.
know.
So I was
I
like,
have
even
no
Jay-Z
clue.
got him
I
beat
don't
on
even
that.
care
That nigga
about.
married. That nigga's kid is doing good and shit.
I don't even get into none of that. I'm just reacting to the content.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into his family. I don't do none of that shit. I'm going based off of what I see him talk about on the platform. The nigga did not play his role. Nobody goes out and says, "Man, I want to go see Luigi." We play Mario Kart, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a
Nigga, all
fact.
you gotta do is play your role, be the plumber. You know what I'm saying? If we got an extra player, then he could be Luigi. You know what I'm saying? You got you an extra game, Luigi's Mansion and shit like that. Nigga, we don't even pick Luigi in Mario Kart, nigga. We pick Princess, we pick Donkey Kong, we pick Toad.
Told. Yep.
Yeah, man, we
Told.
don't even pick Luigi, nigga. Just be happy to be in the game.
Man, that nigga Dame was
I
tripping,
don't
bruh.
understand that shit, bro. Niggas always want to be at
Tweaking.
the forefront. That when Suge and them was saying, yeah, dancing in your videos, nigga, he was really talking about Dame, nigga. He was talking about Dame. He wasn't talking about Puff.
Dame tripping, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I personally don't understand, bro. I just don't.
Yeah, the insinuation right now. Yeah, that shit. What he
And ain't
did just
nothing wrong. Listen,
that was
ain't
dead.
nothing
That was
wrong with
dead
being
ass wrong.
Luigi. Let's be clear.
Yeah. You know,
Ain't
being
nothing
Luigi.
wrong with being Luigi, but none of us picked
Yes,
Luigi, my nigga.
nigga.
We didn't even
Think
pick Luigi. Listen, we didn't pick Luigi in Smash Bros.
nope.
I
Nope.
never picked Luigi, bro. I picked
Nope.
Link.
Mark.
I picked Link. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? We picked Donkey Kong sometimes. I
Man,
never picked Luigi ass in Smash Bros, bro.
I
Never, ever.
never picked Luigi, and green is my favorite color, man. That's real talk. Green is my favorite color, and I never picked Luigi, bruh.
If
Never.
I seen a nigga pick Luigi, bro, he was gonna be. That's it. It's fresh
That
meat.
nigga toast. That nigga toast.
Yeah, man. We never picked Luigi. We picked a lot of people, but we never picked Luigi, bro.
We even picked the princess over Luigi.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. Motherfuckers was picking Kirby. Motherfuckers was picking Kirby before they picked
Kirby was sick though.
Luigi.
Kirby was good. Kirby
Kirby
was
was
good.
legit.
That's
Yeah, Kirby
crazy.
could be he was all over the fucking map.
Like, dog, just be happy to be in the game, nigga. You get a check. You get
Yeah,
a
you did,
check.
Dion. Yep.
So
Yep.
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a different disposition with regard to it. But shout out again. Shout out to my dog, Ugly Money. I think that, you know what I'm saying, that's my guy. I fuck with Ugly Money. He a good dude, and he hustling. He hustling. Shout out to him. Let me read some of these. I get on my tangents and it'd be dumb, but whatever. Darren Walker says, "Y'all better be glad I'm driving because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. About what? Nigga, the
We were
link is
talking
pinned
about
to the top of the
I
chat.
think we were talking about Caitlin Clark when he sent that shit in.
I think he was talking about Maybe. Because we was talking about Kobe and them, right?
Okay.
High Tolerance says Dame is scoring like Kelsey's old man. He like a.
Jeez.
I ain't never. No, I ain't never been that hurt over a woman, let alone another man.
That
How
shit
you gonna be
wild.
hurt over a nigga that you can't? Dog, you got to be hurt. It's crazy, bro. The Kobe 42 says when Hove left the Rock, Big said we're gonna be brothers for life. Dame responds was, "How could you do this to me?"
That's
Niggas be
just sound
emotional.
crazy.
A.R. Smitty says
That
a
shit sound
one-sided
crazy.
beef is insane. Facts.
Yeah, facts.
Ramon Sims says 50 Cent said in the video, "You never saw a well-off nigga start the fight." That's a dog. Rich niggas don't start fights. Shout out to Freezy and them. Christopher Mayberry says, "I heard Dame got the initials J and Z tatted on his
Oh shit,
thighs." He got it tatted on his
man!
inner
I
thighs.
I hope not, man. That shit'd be wild.
High
That
Tolerance
shit'd
says
be
Dame is
wild.
an Aquaman ass motherfucker straight off of the Super Friends, getting jumped by seahorses and tied up in the seaweed. Y'all niggas is insane, bro.
That's a crazy ass
That's
analogy.
crazy.
Hey, boss
They
man,
said he got
Mayberry.
J and Z tattooed in his inner thighs, y'all.
Boss
Come on,
man,
man.
Mayberry, crazy man.
Y'all insane out here in these streets, man. Don't do Dame like that, man.
Yeah, he
Y'all think do
wild for
y'all
that.
think that Dame deserve more respect, like his legacy or something like that?
He tarnishing it, so it don't matter. It don't matter. Like you can't do stuff like this, and then like you can't be respected when you're doing like low level, low life shit, man. It's low vibrational.
Mm.
Like everything is very low vibrational, man. Like I seen him. He had left it alone for a while, and he was doing good. He was doing good. Even you said it. Even you said it, Anton. That nigga would jump right back in that bullshit bag, man. The nigga jumped right back in the bullshit bag, man. That nigga low vibrational, man. Like hell no.
Dog, we did. Dog, I hated even getting the green seashells in Mario Kart, bro. I hated getting the green seashells in Mario Kart, bro. Seriously, man. I preferred to get the ones that follow you, the homing ones, the ones that you can
Yeah.
launch, the red
Them mu-
seashells, bro.
yeah. Them must gonna
So
fuck you up.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know.
Dame tripping, bro.
Shout out to Dame, man. We appreciate him for always giving us good content. Um, and if he says something good, I will react to that. But I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Last time I think Dame he was on Patrick Bet David. I don't even think I reviewed that shit. But anyways, um, up next, my dog Young Thug. Thugga. So Thugga is in trial, and it's costing him probably an insane amount of money. Because it's one of the longest trials in Georgia history, if I'm not mistaken. But
Damn.
yeah, it's the judge that everybody is talking about right now. I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and play this. It's a little lengthy, but I'm gonna play this and then we're gonna get there.
I think Mr. Adams is back. I have a.
He is. He's right behind you.
Sorry, I have a motion that I need to make outside the presence of Mr. Cope.
All right, you can make it right now. Is he out?
Let me know when you get down to
Where, is Mr. Copeland out?
No, he's upstairs.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, come on down. Don't come in the courtroom. Come when you get your license. All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
The way I understand my constitutional obligations, pursuant to the 6th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, the corresponding sections of the Georgia Constitution, I'm required to make a full and complete statement to the court. For the record, and if God forbid this goes up on appeal for the appellate courts or another tribunal, commission, or administrative body, I was told, based upon information and belief, that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out just recently, this is not waived, is that supposedly in chambers, this honorable court reporter at times honorable court at times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators, sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. It was told, based upon information belief, that it was told to the district attorneys that Mr. Copeland intended to plead the Fifth Amendment. Then I was told, based upon information belief, that Adrian Love, the lawyer for Mr. Copeland, and this court were together, and Ms. Love made representations that John Melnick supposedly spoke with some attorneys for the accused and wrote an email to Ms. Love, to Adrian Love, stating that Mr. Melnick does not represent the witness, and that Mr. Melnick wrote an email saying F you, and then somehow that email was CC'd. To me, that never...
Mr. Steele, can I interrupt you for just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too. And the reason
I'm asking you a question. How did you find out about it?
I'm going to answer you the question.
Okay.
Scuttle, if you look at SCUDDER versus State, which is 298 Georgia, 438, it's Division 2, 782 Southeast 2D 638, 2016. Our highest court says when a court meets, because Mr. Copeland comes in, meets with the court supposedly made statements, which I assume is somewhat accurate based upon what you just said. We're entitled, Mr. Williams and every other person wrongly charged here is entitled under the Georgia Constitution to be present. That's a critical stage.
It's just like when you meet with me, and you and Mr. Adams meet with me, and others have met with me. It's those were ex parte for a lot of different other reasons, but I will certainly note that for purposes of the record.
Well, I'm going forward. What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said...
And you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not going to answer that question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to...
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information...
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have this... I have problems right now.
Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems, okay, at this point in time. All I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the case gets reviewed... The record's going to be available for our appellate court and for whatever reason. But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously gotten information in regards to the court's private ex parte conversation with a party. I mean,
a witness who was sworn in Friday, the court's telling, this is what I was told. If this is not true, not true. This court handed Mr. Copeland.
Tell me how you got the information.
Listen, whatever you want to do.
Tell me how you got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this. I was told, and I hope this concerns the court.
It concerns me that you have proprietary information.
Why is it proprietary?
Or information that you should not be having that was ex parte.
Why?
With a party.
Why?
State of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly this honorable court, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why,
sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who tell me who this information was coming from.
I don't want to be held in contempt. Well, I'm not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not
attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I tell you
what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me if you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you in, I'm going to put you in contempt, because that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me.
You got 5 minutes.
Well, I don't need it. I want to continue.
You got 5 minutes?
This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Don.
So,
What the fuck?
looked like the
I think
lawyer stood
that
on
nigga got
business,
that nigga got
and
naked. He started taking the suit jacket off.
lawyer stood on business. The judge stormed out of court. What's your thoughts?
I think because I know more. I saw the next day about this. That lawyer, like, I would have robbed that nigga because he a black nigga, but that nigga's crooked as fuck, nigga. That white chick that put Fannie Willis in her place
Mhm.
is this dude's lawyer, and she ripped
Wait,
that nigga in half.
what? Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
there's some organization, and it's like she's the head of, like, they defend defense attorneys, and like 25 lawyers showed up in this dude's defense the next day, and that judge wouldn't let him in. They're like, "Nah, you can watch this shit from upstairs. You're not coming to my courtroom." And she ripped that judge in half today. It happened today.
Mm.
Whoa.
That blonde chick, that fucking
Yeah, I know what you're
aired out
talking about.
Fanny. She ripped that nigga in half. Yep.
Mm.
But he
I
the
didn't know
judge,
that.
nigga. He can do what the fuck he want.
I think this whole system is corrupt, bro. And
It's all
funny.
it's all Fulton County, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know,
That's a lot.
the thing about it is that for a person like me that is so against some of the most toxic parts of our culture, and I was kind of talking about this on the Millionaire Morning Show this morning. I have to be objective and consistent with, before we can hold the culture accountable, or before you can start to accuse somebody of something, you have to be above board yourself. And you got to
Yep.
get the beam out of your own eye. And there's nothing that we should hold accountable than the system by which we subjected to. So if the
Yep.
federal government, which is supposed to be holding me accountable, is corrupt, and clearly they're corrupt, they gotta free them. They gotta let them
They
go.
the lady said that she was saying how that he doesn't have to answer your questions, and of course they were spitting their legal jargon, and the judge goes, "Give me case law that this has happened before." She gave that nigga like 5 fucking cases, and
Mm,
he said, and then he goes, "Give me something more recent than 1994." She said, "I can't because it never happens."
yeah,
Wow.
hundred
Nigga,
percent.
you the first one, my nigga, in a minute.
Which makes it 10 times worse.
Yep, yep.
And again, I believe that it's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law amongst a jury of your peers. And if the very people that is supposed to be presiding over this case is corrupt, and he's more concerned about how you got the information and whether or not he was supposed to do that in the first place, it's too many red flags, bro. It's too
Yeah.
many red flags, and there's no way in the world that you can, in good conscience, put this man in jail for probably the rest of his life without first questioning whether or not you have a judicial responsibility to hold yourself above board and accountable. And it's too many people every single day that go to jail or get football numbers or unjustly are jailed on a regular basis, depending on our justice system, to be above board, and it's not. It's not. Prosecutors on a regular basis get their numbers up, and they use people as an opportunity in order for them to have greater opportunities in the future. And I listen, man. Fulton County is trash. Atlanta trash. Georgia and all that
Trash.
surrounding area is trash. And if the judge
Hmm.
himself cannot hold himself accountable, and he's more concerned about how you found the information, and they're gonna find him in contempt, I think that it's disgusting for me. And I have to be real. There's no way that I am ever going to support this man being convicted, regardless of whatever the outcome is. There's no way that I could ever support this man being convicted or even being retried, because this is already the longest trial that we'd ever seen. I'm just
Yeah,
not
and
rolling with it, bro. I think that they got to let him go. They got to free that man.
they said at the earliest next summertime, bro.
That's insane.
Hmm. Yep,
That's
they said that.
insane, bro.
Because now you can't go on because this guy doesn't have representation anymore because the motherfucker in jail.
I'll be honest, like anything with courts, I'm completely against it, man. I'm gonna be very honest. I just don't. I just feel like any aspect of the judicial system is corrupt. It is it's tainted, man. Like,
I'm thankful it's tainted because like I've been in some shit and my lawyer fucked me to get me out of jail. Nigga. He fucked the damn prosecution, the DA, to get me some to lower sentence. Nigga. He was like, I took that bitch out and fucked her for you. You better thank me. I was like, what the fuck?
But see, that's the thing, man.
that's corruption. That's
Whenever you
corruption.
got people, and I mean,
Yeah.
it works for
It
us, right?
work.
It works for
Yeah, it
some
work for
people,
you, but that's corruption.
but for some people, it may work the complete opposite. It's that
Mother,
life
Yeah.
is literally a yin and a yang, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like
So
me, like my shit, I went up against the largest corporation in the world. You know what I'm saying? And like I could not get my just due. I got a permanent injury and they can't pay me for that. They didn't pay me for that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that shit is all corrupt and everything pointed to, oh yeah, all they kept saying was the same thing every time I did my little hearing. They kept saying the same shit. You know, they never proved anything. All they had to do was say the same shit over and over again. There's no question that I got hurt at this place. They ain't give a fuck.
yeah,
That shit is
Hmm.
corrupt. Anything in the judicial system is corrupt.
that's true.
All
And I'm gonna be real with you. Even outside of Young Thug, when you got money, it's different. In most instances, unless they trying to
Yeah.
prove a point or use you as a sacrifice, like
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
with Cosby or something like that. But when
Yep.
you got money, it's different, bro. I don't worry about no regular stuff that people worry about. People be getting tense if the police get behind them. I get relieved. And
I
sometimes
ain't
they
got
be
no
my friends, bro.
issues.
I done had cops come up here and tour my place, bro. Like I literally have, I can't tell y'all who, but I got cards and I got friends in very, very, very high places that when some stuff jump off or if something happens, I could just make a phone call sometimes. And I make sure that I keep them taken care of in my back pocket or whatever. I keep lawyers on retainer and all of that type of stuff. It's different for people when you got resources. Like when you have a
You supposed
significant
to do
amount of
that.
resources in order to make sure people, yeah, man, like everywhere I go, I make sure that everybody taken care of. I tip big, and it's a reason for that shit. And so, but I know that this judge is corrupt. This
All
judge
of
is
them are.
absolutely corrupt.
All of them are.
But how
Yeah.
can we
Cause
trust this?
think about it. In order, they're politicians.
That's true.
In order to be there, you
That
gotta
is
do
true, Slimmy.
favors to even leverage where you get.
And
All
they get voted
politicians are
in.
corrupt.
They get voted in.
Yeah, all politicians are corrupt because they had to leverage something. They had to give something up to get where they're at. They
Yeah.
got to do all this what is it?
Lobbying.
Lobbying, thank you. They got to do all this lobbying to build up for their campaign and they like, "Oh, well, when you do this, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to give you $1 million and when you get in there, I'm going to grease your palms so you can put my little bid in. Do what I need you to do." All
Yeah.
this shit is corruption.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
and
true.
people, it's all corruption. It's all corruption. That
We
shit
all
go all the
maybe we
way up.
all corrupted though.
Maybe so.
Maybe
Maybe
I
we
think
all
a
so.
little.
corrupted.
I think a little bit because I think if all of our employers look at our text messages, we got some shit in there that ain't gonna fly.
Not really. I don't text. That's the thing that they be holding me accountable for that I don't text back fast enough.
Oh God. Oh God.
I
That's
don't. I don't, bro. I don't even text. Like they be like, Anton, I'm so mad at you or whatever, blah blah blah. I'm sorry, I didn't even get to it. I ain't even see it.
Yeah, facts.
I never seen it at all. I didn't hear it. So I don't know, man. But it is. I don't like it. I think that it's nobody in their right mind that
man.
nobody logically that think logically that looks at this objectively should be calling for this man to go to jail after the stuff that we didn't see, bro.
Yeah.
Man, that shit is just completely out of line, man. Like, I would hate to be in that position, like my life on the line, and you going through extra steps to
Yeah.
really like putting me through the ringer. Like, man, come on, man. I don't ever want to be in those situation where I gotta go to court and it's based off my freedom. Fuck
Yeah.
Yeah, I
no.
think if this is this bad, like the whole appellate process is going to be fucking out of control.
Yeah.
Dealing with this shit, bro, is ridiculous.
Yeah. I agree.
Shit gonna
Let
be
me get
shit sick.
Darren in here. What's up, Darren?
What
What's
up,
happening?
man?
What up, big dog? How you feel?
Good, man. So that I came in a little late. I don't know what y'all talking about now. But I
Well,
was driving when y'all was talking about the sports, man.
okay, go ahead. Hit me with it. I know
But
you want
the,
to get it off.
the cap is crazy, man.
What's the cap?
Dude, okay, so y'all was saying that everybody was hating on Kobe for how long?
When his
Oh, it's like he's
earlier in his
right.
career, Kobe, it's not everybody, but Kobe was was in no way, shape, or form beloved in the way that he was beloved towards the end of his career and when he passed away.
But
Yeah.
Everybody is
at the
acting like they Kobe fans now. A lot of people actually hated Kobe, especially during the time that or prior to him wind up catching that charge.
but at the beginning, he wasn't even that good yet.
What does that have to do with anything?
He started off not that good. That's when everybody was calling him corny. But when he
No,
got
they
good,
was calling
everybody
him
was calling
corny.
him good.
They was calling him corny prior to him catching them charges. Now he had already won a
Hmm?
championship. He had already won
But Shaq
championships.
Shaq was the guy.
It doesn't
Shaq was
matter.
getting all the commercials.
It
He was
didn't
getting
matter.
all the
They
the
still
record
called.
deals,
They
everything.
still wasn't fucking with Kobe. Kobe was still a man. Let's be clear. When they was winning them championships, it was Kobe and Shaq. It was
Kobe was
not
playing
Shaq by
too, like you
himself.
were saying.
It was not Shaq by himself at all.
No, no,
Not
no,
at
no.
all.
I said Shaq was the guy. I didn't say it was Shaq by himself. Shaq
But
was the
what
guy
is
though.
that? But what does that have to do with the idea or the theory that people wasn't fucking with Kobe at that time?
They was.
Not,
They was not. No fucking way.
Everybody was still talking about Kobe. So
No
here's what
way.
was happening. Here's what was
oh.
happening. When they were winning, they were saying, okay, it was the hack of Shaq. It was the hack of Shaq, and they was like, yeah, but then who's gonna stop Kobe? Everybody was already saying that. I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna
on a
be able to stop
basketball
both of them.
tip, as far as the popularity and who he was and his ability to be able to sell shoes and shit, they was not fucking with him. Do you want to be on camera?
It don't matter.
It's up to you. Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It don't matter. Either way.
All right, go ahead. But they wasn't fucking with Kobe. No way.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
No way.
and so
Couldn't sell a fucking shoe to save his life.
he didn't start selling shoes until way later. He was 24 when he was selling shoes, but even after the charges and all that stuff, the whole court case, he still wasn't selling shoes like
Yes,
that.
he was, because that's when he became the
It
Black
was
Mamba.
nowhere near,
That's when he
nowhere
started
near.
becoming Black Mamba.
He was still number
Later.
8.
His merch was moving. His merch was moving. Nike, eventually Nike re-signed him. And then he started dropping the shoes, and everybody was fucking with him. When he got some
That was
dirt on his name,
that was later.
and then he came back, people started fucking with Kobe. As a matter of fact, when Shaq left, the debate was whether or not they should have rolled with Kobe or they should have rolled with Shaq.
Yeah.
And when Shaq won
That was a
another
Yeah,
big deal.
championship,
That
when
was a
Shaq
big
won a
deal.
championship before Kobe, they was rubbing it in his
Yeah.
face
Yeah.
because
People
the
was still,
Lakers
yeah.
because the
That's a
Lakers was
fact.
actually bad.
Man, it was horrible. That's what I
they
said. That's
wasn't
why I
bad.
said
No, they
no,
wasn't bad because they were still going to
they
the
were
playoffs. They
horrible.
couldn't.
No,
No,
They were
they
still.
wasn't. They
They were
no,
was
they
still going
weren't.
bad,
to the
bro.
playoffs.
And
No, they weren't. No, they
it
weren't.
was some years that they did
Nope.
not make the playoffs.
And
There was
somebody
some
had
years they
checked me.
didn't make.
Some
It was some years they didn't make the playoffs, but they wasn't a bad team.
No,
People
they were
was not
horrible.
fucking with
They just
Kobe,
They
wasn't.
were
bro.
They just
horrible.
wasn't.
They were horrible, bro. And then somebody had just checked me on this the other day because I was talking about how Kobe should have won MVP over Steve Nash, and somebody was like, "No," because the Lakers didn't even have a winning record. They didn't even make the playoffs.
They
They
didn't
didn't even make the playoffs.
at all.
No, that's why earlier I said Smush Parker. The years
And
of Smush
Kobe was
Parker.
thinking,
They
and
were
matter of fact,
horrible.
they was so bad that Kobe was contemplating moving
He
and
wanted it.
going to sign as a free
Yep.
agent. I think he was thinking about even going
I
going
remember
to
that.
Chicago.
I remember that. But he was.
Yeah.
They was.
Tried to
They were
force
still
a
messing with him
trade.
at that time.
Tried
They
to
was
force a
messing with
trade
him at
until
that
they
time.
got Paul Gasol. Oh, my fault. I didn't mean
No,
to
no,
overtalk.
no,
And
Go ahead.
not
no.
only, hold on,
Yeah,
and let
exactly.
me,
It was
hold on,
when
but
they
wait,
got
wait, wait,
Paul.
wait,
It was right before they got Paul
Here's
Gasol.
the
But
thing. Here's the
they were
thing.
saying Kobe was the GOAT at that time.
No, they
They
was
was trying
No,
to
not. No,
call.
they
They was
fucking
trying to
was.
absolutely
call
not.
Kobe the GOAT.
No, they was
Absolutely
not.
not.
Look,
No,
no.
no.
Absolutely not.
You
Wait,
not
hold
gonna
on.
It's cap.
Hold
gaslight
on.
me on
Wait
this
a
one,
minute.
big
Wait a
dog.
minute.
No
Wait a
This
minute.
is
fucking way.
cap.
Before,
Do not do
wait,
that, D.
hold
Don't do
on.
that, D.
Right before he was 24, everybody was already starting to call him the
That's
best
cap.
player in the league.
No, they wasn't.
No, it was not. No, it was not LeBron. There was a split between the two because they was trying to say he was better than Jordan. It was
No, they
AI
wasn't.
first.
LeBron
Wait,
wasn't
wait,
LeBron
wait,
wasn't
wait.
even
Hold
a
on, hold on,
thought.
hold on, hold on. No, yes, he was.
No.
It was some LeBron lover since I was in sixth grade. Man, I was 12. I was 12 years old. People was already this when he first got into the league. People was already calling him the chosen one, all kinds of stuff.
No,
And
LeBron was
people in
calling
my
himself that. LeBron was
no,
calling
no, no,
himself
no,
that.
no.
He had it
It was
tatted on his
before.
shoulder,
No.
bro.
Forget. Listen.
But
Forget the
yeah.
LeBron.
My
I
fault.
don't
It
want
was
to get
Go
already
ahead,
distracted.
happening.
bro.
I don't want to. I don't want to get distracted.
But
I want to stay on Kobe. Go ahead. I want you to make your point,
okay,
Dan.
so all right, so Kobe after before like right before the whole trial happened, they were already starting to call him a great player. He wasn't a GOAT yet because it was still Shaq on the team. Afterwards, he started getting better. He started getting a little stockier. He started shooting threes. He wasn't airballing as much. He was shooting air balls and stuff. Still trying to call himself one of the greatest players and all that. He wasn't there yet. So it wasn't that they wasn't messing with him just because of the trial. They wasn't messing with him because he still wasn't that guy yet.
No, they wasn't fucking with him because nobody was fucking with Kobe
Yeah.
prior to prior to him starting to get to the point to where and let me add another caveat in there because people don't like to talk about this part. And they like to act like Kobe is just so much better than everybody else and he automatically deserved to be in the top 5, top 10 and all of that.
Absolutely.
Let me say this. The league helped Kobe win them championships
That's a
What are
because
you
fact.
talking about?
they finessed New Orleans because New Orleans was owned by the league and they wind up giving them boys what it is that they wanted. Man, listen, bro.
No,
Paul
I see
Gasol
exactly what you're talking
Paul
about.
Gasol never should even been on the Lakers, bro.
Never.
That's
He should
all
have.
Kobe had on the Lakers.
No. I don't
No, they
buy
Bynum
that.
had
was
No, no,
was
no.
they
You
had
missing it.
Bynum
Gasol
started.
and Bynum.
You're missing it.
No,
You're
Bynum
missing it.
started. He
You missing
became
it, bro.
trash when Gasol got there.
Paul Gasol
No.
was never supposed to
He became
fucking be
trash.
on the Lakers in the first place. That was a
Paul
Yeah.
that
Gasol
was
was
a
old at the
finesse.
time.
That was a finesse. If I had never seen him, and nobody adds this part. And this is how I know
Man, we got to
motherfuckers
stop
ain't.
with this Paul Gasol thing.
Listen, listen, bro.
Paul Gasol
Listen,
was not
listen,
all that.
listen, bro. Listen.
He wasn't all that.
Are you? So Kobe, they
He
would have
was
won that championship without Paul Gasol.
no. Paul Gasol was good. Kobe extended Paul Gasol's career. Paul Gasol had already pretty much lost it by the
What?
time he got to the Lakers. He was
Wait, wait,
Paul
wait, wait, wait.
Gasol pretty much
Wait, wait,
almost
wait, wait.
bro. Kobe
You're
was they
off.
was double
You're
and triple teaming
completely
Kobe.
off.
They was they was doubling triple teaming Kobe, and Kobe was
No.
throwing it in to Paul Gasol. It wasn't as many 7-footers as it is now, and he
Man,
was
it
able
was
to
way more 7-footers than it is now.
what
It was way more 7-footers than it is now. You're completely off.
you can name maybe 5 7-footers
What?
at that time.
Michael Olowokandi, uh, Big Country Bryant Reeves. Um, let me think. Atlanta,
The league gave the
Boston,
Lakers. Listen, man. I
I'll
know
give you
y'all
Yao
saying that the
Ming,
league owned New Orleans.
Yao Ming.
They stopped the trade from Chris Paul going over there. But at the same time, Paul Gasol, that was a fleece. Okay, so listen,
bro.
I'll give y'all that. Let's
Bro,
just say for the sake
that
of
Paul Gasol
conversation.
is not it, man.
No,
Let's
no, no.
hold
Paul
on, wait.
Gasol.
Paul Gasol
You
is
wrong
not the
about
They
that. You wrong about
finessed.
that.
They finessed Paul
Paul
Gasol from
Gasol
the
was all
Grizzlies.
right, bro.
Listen. I'm not even
Wait,
tripping.
was Paul
Listen.
Gasol as good as Shaq?
That's irrelevant.
No.
That's
No,
irrelevant.
it's not. It's not. It's
That
not
is
irrelevant.
irrelevant,
Was
but that's not
was
even
he
the
even
point.
close
Hold
to
on,
a Shaq?
wait. I don't want to get distracted
All
because
right,
I
go
was
ahead.
wrong about it was the New Orleans and it was CP3, so I was wrong about that part.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I want to stay on the main talking point. You said people was fucking with Kobe before around the time or when they was playing with AI and before that, you saying that the people would love Kobe the way that they loved him?
No. They were starting to say Kobe was a really good player. He was up and coming.
He was always a really good player. That's not the point. You
No.
said that people wasn't
When he
people was
first
fucking with
started,
him.
they wasn't when he first started, they wasn't messing with him. He was shooting air balls, and he was doing all right, but he wasn't that guy yet. Shaq was the guy. Then Kobe, you saw the slow growth. He kept
No,
getting
no,
better
no,
and better. After the trial, he got even better. It had the credit he got had nothing to do with what
No,
happened
after the
in the trial.
trial.
no.
No,
It
no,
was
no, no,
Listen.
because
no, no,
he
no, no,
got
no. Hold
better.
on, hold on, Slimmy. Hold on,
He got
Slimmy.
better after the
Hold on,
Yeah,
trial.
Slimmy.
he
Hold on,
taking the wrong
Slimmy.
text
Your
content.
timeline is so fucking off, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad.
I don't know.
During the trial, they got pounded by the fucking Pistons. Okay.
Yes.
Then Shaq left. Then they were in
Mm-hmm.
purgatory. Then he asked for a trade. And
Mm-hmm.
then that's when they started to get the
That's when they
help.
got Paul
And
Gasol.
then they started to get better. And he missed
Okay.
the
Now
fucking.
when
Hold on, wait. Because they were
all right,
saying at the time that it was his
you
team.
skipping a few years. You skipping a few years of him
No,
being one of.
you gotta
Yes, you
listen.
are.
Listen, bro.
No,
Listen,
I'm
listen.
listening. All right, go
no,
ahead.
They were
Go ahead.
no.
criticizing Kobe, and they were saying that now that Shaq gone, because Shaq was trolling and saying, because Shaq left and went and got another ring, right? And
Yep,
they were saying that now that Shaq was gone, is your team,
Mm-hmm.
and people was giving Kobe shit because they were saying that you can't carry the team without Shaq. And Kobe was
Okay.
complaining about his teammates because he had Smush Parker and the motherfuckers, and he was almost trying to force a trade out of LA.
yeah,
And
That was after the trial, though.
people was not loving Kobe the way that they wind up loving him. And you trying to
that's a
big
That was
head
fact.
after the
trying to act
trial, though.
like no, bro. He did not. It
No,
was not an automatic descendant, and he was getting better. That wasn't it. Kobe was in purgatory for a while,
yeah,
and people
yep.
was not fucking with him. And
About 3 years.
as a matter of fact,
No, way longer than
they
that.
were saying that
No.
AI was better than Kobe. That's what they were saying.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that was better than Kobe, and that Kobe benefited from having Shaq, and that's the only
yep.
reason
Mm-hmm.
because AI didn't have no help, and that they won that championship. Kobe was not beloved. He was not the person that y'all thought that he was. We got revisionist history because we only look at what it is that you've done. What was the last thing you done for us, and what have you done for me lately?
Mm.
Kobe was not beloved the way that people try to make it out to be, bro. At all.
No.
People was trolling
Kobe
Kobe.
started. Kobe became that guy around 2008.
We're not talking about when he became that guy. We're talking about the embracing of Kobe Bryant. People did not embrace him. It
Okay,
took a
but what he
long
was talking
time
about
before
happened.
people started embracing him.
What he was talking about happened after the trial. He said people started embracing Kobe after the because of the trial. That's what he said
No,
earlier today.
no, 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 no.
No, I did
It's
not say
Earlier this
that. I
after.
spring.
said
It's
it wasn't
after that.
until
It's
I
after
said it
that.
wasn't until
He
after the
was still
trial
he was still
that
catching heat during the trial.
yes, it wasn't until well after the trial that people started to love Kobe, but it wasn't even immediately right after the trial.
Yeah,
It
it
was
wasn't.
not, bro.
It took some time, man.
It
No, okay,
did.
wait,
Like,
hold on. I think I'm seeing where we're getting confused. My argument was Anton earlier said that the reason why why people started embracing Kobe was because of the trial.
That's
Because
not what I
he
no,
said.
needed
I
to,
no,
he
said
no,
that
needed
no,
to
no.
black
get hold
culture.
on, wait. You said he needed to go through the stuff that he went through in order for them to embrace him. That's what you said earlier.
Now I
And I
said
was
the
like, no, sir.
culture don't fuck with you until you get a little bit
Yeah,
of dirt on you.
But
That's
yeah,
what I
even
said. But
afterwards,
then
he still
I also right after that said that he wasn't as that at the same time, and I compared him to AI, and I said that AI still wasn't as marketable because he had the brazen shit like that. And
that wasn't
people still wasn't fucking with Kobe. And then I was making an argument because I had mentioned Jason Tatum versus Jalen Brown. Even though Jalen Brown is playing better than Jason Tatum is still the more marketable person for the league. And I was saying that when they were marketing the whole Kobe thing, because they was trying to make it Kobe versus LeBron and all of that, people at the time, the culture still wasn't fucking with Kobe the way that the league wanted them to, even though he was supposed to be or becoming the face of the league. They was not fucking with Kobe like that. They didn't start fucking with Kobe until well into the tail end of his career. They really wasn't
Yeah.
embracing Kobe
It
until the
was
tail
about
end of his
08,
career.
man. It was about 08 when they
No,
started
bro.
embracing
No,
Kobe.
man. Listen,
No,
it's not true.
Bro, when
No,
what
D,
year was it
D.
when he scored the 81? What year was that? What year was that?
Wait, say that again?
Because 2010 Kobe was the best Kobe ever.
Listen,
2010 Kobe was the
listen.
best
The
Kobe ever.
point
We're
that
not
I'm
talking about
making, we can
specific
go back and
years.
look at how good he was.
No. But y'all said y'all said that it was the tail end of his career when people started saying that Kobe was the GOAT and he was this great player
No,
and
they
all that.
didn't say that
This
he
is
was the
way
GOAT on the
before.
tail end of his career. They didn't even
You
start
just
having a GOAT conversation until after he retired.
Yeah.
No, they was calling him the GOAT before he
No, they
retired.
was not. Nobody
Yes,
ever
they
called
was.
Kobe the GOAT.
Hold on.
No.
Wait a minute. Wait a
They
minute.
called
Wait.
Kobe. Hold on,
You
wait.
They
you
started
can't
calling.
use
They
you can't
started.
use
They
Kobe
started
fans. You
comparing
can't
Kobe.
When
use just
has
Kobe
Kobe
fans.
ever
No,
been
it's not just
considered the
it's not
greatest
just
of all
Kobe
time
fans.
at any point?
It's not just Kobe fans. Everybody started saying, "Is he gonna be the greatest player of all time?"
No,
They stopped talking about LeBron because LeBron wasn't winning.
that's
When you was
bullshit.
talking, even
Nobody
as
ever,
a matter of fact,
nobody
hold on,
ever
real quick.
said, nobody at no
Wait, what?
point ever said that
LeBron
Kobe was
wasn't
gonna
winning.
ever. Nobody at any point ever said that Kobe was ever gonna be considered the greatest of all time. Never, ever,
Yes, they were.
dead
They
or
were
alive,
saying it.
ever.
They were
Nobody
saying it.
Wait,
They
wait,
were
ever
wait,
saying
said
wait, wait,
Kobe
that
wait,
Kobe
wait.
Bryant.
was gonna become the greatest of all time.
They was calling him the best in the world. They was calling him the best in the league. They was saying all that
Man,
while
get the
LeBron was still
fuck
in his
out of here,
prime.
bro.
This is facts, man.
Get
Hey,
out of
you
here,
could
No,
pull
no,
man.
up
no,
the
no, no, no,
clip
no, no.
of them
No, no,
saying
no.
that
No, no,
Kobe
no.
Bryant was the best player in the
They
league.
weren't
This is a
Stop,
they
fact.
weren't
bro.
calling
During
wait.
LeBron's
They were
prime.
not
No, he was
wait.
not.
They weren't
No, he
calling
was
Kobe the
not.
GOAT. They were saying he was the best player in the NBA. Yes. But that was
They were
it
saying
that
that for
was
a
when
long
LeBron
time.
wait, you gotta let me land. That was
Go ahead,
when
go ahead.
LeBron was outshining Kobe already. Kobe was on the back end of his career. And that's when
Bro,
LeBron
LeBron
he
was not
blocked LeBron.
outshining Kobe.
Wait, you gotta let me land, bro. You gotta listen. You gotta listen,
All
bro.
right, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
This is when he blocked LeBron in the All-Star game when he was outshining him in the All-Star game. Kobe never made it back to the finals though, because he got hurt. This is the tail end of his career, like Anton said. It's the tail end. This is when they were saying Kobe was better than LeBron.
Nobody ever considered Kobe Bryant
Nobody,
the greatest of all
yeah,
time. That shit is cap.
they never called him
They
the GOAT
were saying that
until
this
after he retired.
Nobody
this
said that.
no,
Nobody.
this is it is a fact that people were saying that Kobe Bryant is on the verge to being the best player of all time. They
Bullshit.
said he was the
When?
best player in the league.
When?
Yes, they were saying he was the best player in the league
No.
When?
for
They
years.
were saying he was. I agree with the best player in the league.
They were saying
I
he was
will
the best player
agree.
in the league
I
for
will
No,
agree
no,
with
no,
that
no, no,
1,000%.
no, no,
I
no.
will
That
agree
This
with
is a
is
that
fact. Wait,
1,000%.
listen, bro.
hold on,
But
real
At
quick.
no point,
Because you
but
brought up LeBron, so I'll let you finish that. Let
at
me finish
no
this.
point in Kobe's career was he ever the best player in the league.
no, they were saying that though. But
Yes, they
they were
were.
saying that
They were
because
When?
saying
they were
that
saying
for
that
When?
years.
they were saying
When?
that later in his career, and they was about to go, and we was about to see. We thought we was about to see Kobe versus LeBron, but this was when LeBron was ahead of Kobe, and then he
No,
blocked him in
no.
that. Listen, he blocked him in that All-Star game, and everybody was like, Kobe the best player in the league, and he got hurt. That's when he tore his Achilles. Yeah. And then it was over from there. We never saw Kobe again. We never saw him in the playoffs. They never even made the playoffs again. They got Steve Nash. All this is at the back end of his career.
Facts.
Bro,
All this
okay.
is at the back end of his career.
Y'all keep changing stuff. First of all, Kobe Bryant, they were saying that he was number one in the league from around '08 to about 2013.
Shit, you fucking
About
crazy.
2012, 2013, right?
Man,
And
you
the
out of your
reason,
mind,
so
bro.
when people didn't, the masses
What?
didn't start calling LeBron to go till after he
You
went to
telling me that
Miami
you
and
telling
finally won
you
in
telling me that
2012. And
Kobe
it was a split. Hold
wait,
on,
wait.
it
You
was a
telling me
split
that
crowd.
Kobe was considered the best in the league for a 5-year stretch, 08 through 13?
Yes, yes.
Fucking hey, bro. Let me get out. I
So
got it.
wait, hold on.
D.
Y'all don't let me
Hold
finish.
on, D.
Hold on,
Oh,
let me
yeah,
finish. Let me
go ahead
finish.
and land. Go ahead and land.
So LeBron, when LeBron went
Crash
to
your plane.
Miami, huh?
Crash your plane. Go ahead, crash your plane.
Okay. When LeBron when LeBron went to Miami, okay, when LeBron went to Miami, the first year him and Dwayne Wade already just at the very beginning started throwing full court alleys to each other, which Michael Jordan and Kobe never had teammates like that where they could just throw full court alleys all game to each other like that. But that's a whole nother thing. Okay. Now,
That's cap.
LeBron,
That's cap.
look, that first year, they were supposed to win. They lost against Dirk Nowitzki by himself.
He was not by himself, bro.
Dirk
Man,
Nowitzki destroyed
what
them
league
boys.
are you
No.
watching?
It was a good team. But
It
Dirk
was an
Nowitzki
excellent team.
destroyed them.
Jason Kidd destroyed the Lakers.
Jason Kidd did good too, but
Jason Kidd was the one that broke down the
he
Y'all,
wasn't
defense.
supposed.
listen, man. Listen,
He
bro.
wasn't supposed to do what he did.
Y'all are. We can't argue against these delusional Kobe fans. These delusional Kobe fans.
I'm
They
not
be
even
trying.
listen.
Listen,
Okay,
bro.
so my favorite player at
I
that
don't
time was
care,
T-Mac
man.
before he got
I ain't
hurt.
trying. I
It's
listen.
not
Y'all,
about
these delusional Kobe fans.
Well, he
y'all
say T-Mac is
y'all
his
are both
nigga.
Fuck,
Bron.
man. People always.
Y'all are
I
both
told
Bron fans,
Quentin.
ain't
I
you?
told Quentin
Y'all
that
both
people do
Bron
this.
fans, ain't you?
I told Quentin that people do this all the time. In order to justify their argument, actually, it wasn't even Quentin. I was telling you, Swimmy, because I was telling you during the whole Kendrick Lamar thing. In order for people
Yeah.
to justify their argument, the first thing that they say is, and I'm not even a Kobe. That ain't even my favorite player. That's supposed to validate the argument more, bro. These
No,
people
but
are
you said
insane,
delusional
bro.
Kobe fan. It's not a
These
Kobe fan.
people are literally
It's
the
not a
most
delusional Kobe
insane
fan.
people on the face of the earth. They will sit there and tell you, we got to ignore Melo, Tim Duncan, AI. We got to ignore
Yeah,
Shaq,
no.
LeBron.
No way.
Man, this is fucking insane.
No way. He was
At no
hey,
point in the
look.
league,
Hey
at
D, I'ma
no
tell you.
point, at 0 point,
You know what's
did
happening? You know what's
anybody ever
happening?
say,
I just
and I
disagree with you.
mean
So now I'm a
absolutely
delusional
zero,
Kobe fan.
at
I'm a
no
No,
delusional.
D,
point,
it is
I'm a
at
delusional
no
fan because
point,
I
bro,
don't think no,
at
because I
no
disagree
point
with when you said
did
people started
nobody,
embracing
not
Kobe.
a pundit, not a fucking analyst,
Give
not
me
a
a second.
coach, ever was like, yeah, he on track to be the greatest of all time. That is that is the most insane fucking argument that I've ever heard
Oh,
in
give
my
me a
entire
second.
life, bro.
Give me a second.
No,
Y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
Anton,
Give me a second.
The
I know they was
it
saying.
greatest
was
of
a
all time.
campaign.
No, 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 no,
It
no, no.
was a
Listen, listen,
campaign.
listen,
It was
listen,
a
listen, listen,
campaign
listen,
for
listen,
Kobe.
bro. Listen,
It
bro.
was a
This is a
campaign.
fact.
No, I don't give a fuck about a campaign. Listen, man. At no point in Kobe's career did he ever put Jordan's legacy in jeopardy of being the
Never.
greatest of all time. Not one
He
year,
never did.
not
He never
one
did.
year of Kobe's existence in the league was Jordan's legacy as being the greatest of all time ever going to be in question. Not one time. What are y'all talking about?
But
Nobody in
they
their
be
right
running them
mind would ever say
ads
that
and
Kobe was on a trajectory to be better than Jordan and being the GOAT. That's insane. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man?
because Kobe was
Hold
never
on.
better than Kobe. Kobe was never. See, you said 2000. D, you said 2008 to 2013. Kobe was never better than Tim Duncan. He was
This
never
is
heralded. He
insane,
was
Okay.
bro.
never heralded.
No,
He was
I'm
never
okay.
heralded higher than
Listen,
Tim Duncan.
I'm okay with that take. It's not about
Yeah.
who's better. I'm talking about what the media was doing. My argument was about how the media and how the fans embraced Kobe or when they embraced Kobe. Anton
Yeah,
was
but
saying that they didn't
it was
embrace
the
Kobe,
back end.
that the world embraced Kobe as this great player because of the trial, and that's not true. I
No, that's
disagree
not what
with
he
that.
said,
And
bro.
because
That's not
no,
what he
wait,
said,
and
bro.
because of that, I'm a delusional Kobe fan. No, I
No, you gotta
disagree with
listen.
the fact that he had to go through
D.
the trials and tribulations in court to be embraced. No, he got embraced because he got better. He became as good as he got.
No,
That's all it was.
D. You taking it out of context. He's saying he had a villain arc. That's what he's saying. He had a
No,
villain
but
arc.
he go ahead, go ahead.
He had a villain arc. So it's like once he got the trial, then he's the Black Mamba. Then he's reinventing himself. He got the 24. He got rid of the number 8. He got rid of the afro. He goes bald. He get a couple tattoos. He has this villain arc. Then later on down the line, that's when they started embracing him. They're like, damn, we love Kobe Bryant. Like then he started getting into interviews because you got to remember, it was a lot of scrutiny with him, man. His teammates didn't even like him. The veterans didn't like him. You know what I'm saying? He was getting into it with a lot of his teammates. Then he requested that trade. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like then once they got Paul Gasol, they started winning again.
He requested a trade
Now,
later.
no,
He
no. How could
requested
he?
the trade later. It was
He
around
requested
what,
it,
09, 2010?
but this is when you saying he was great.
That's
He
when he
had two,
was great.
but he
That's when he
had,
was great.
but
But
he
he
had
was
all
already being
he had.
disgraced before that.
He had losing seasons in that period, bro.
We got to move on from this conversation, man.
Yeah,
'Cause y'all,
he had losing.
I do need to
Hold on,
get to
hold on, real
the
quick, because
next
I don't want
subject.
to look like a liar. Give me a minute.
We got to move on to the next subject, big dog.
What you looking up?
You should have did your research before you came onto the panel, or you should have been
What
No,
doing
you
that during the conversation.
it's not research. I'm trying to replay. I'm gonna replay what you said because you told me you didn't say what I told you
Okay,
said.
go ahead. You go ahead
Oh
and
All right, give me a
man, come
second.
on, D.
I'm gonna eat. Listen, I'm about to become Bill Cosby, and I'm gonna eat my Jello pudding pop. Ah, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta wait for this.
Just that should be. It should be like. Oh, I can't check the time.
Oh, take me down. I'm almost there. I'm right there. Just take me down for a second. I'll come back up.
No, because once we switch the
No,
subject, we
yeah,
gotta
yeah, what?
focus on something
Yeah,
different.
Dr. Umar is
Okay,
next.
I'll super chat the timestamp.
Okay, I got you. I
All
appreciate you,
right.
big
Big bet.
dog.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
D.
I'm disappointed in y'all.
Knew it.
I'm disappointed in y'all, bro. My beloved Kobe. But y'all
Why you eating the
wrong.
pill, Cosby?
My beloved Kobe. Let me read a couple of these super chats and then we're gonna rock out. Um Jay-Z Sports Dame's not in the game.
Mm,
Shout out to that wealth building journey says courts are like real estate. Location, location, location. Know your venue, know your jurisdiction, and know your lawyer. The justice system is wild. It's a pay to play.
facts. Yeah.
High Tolerance says the guy is in left field. Kobe's attitude rubbed some people, plus being the potential heir apparent to MJ before MJ's time was up. Antonio Watkins
Facts.
says Steve Nash almost averaged a triple double. High Tolerance says league vetoed CP3 going to the Lakers. That is true. That is correct.
Yeah.
Khalil says, I remember doing a regular season game. Kobe took 47 shots in Boston, and he shot the team. He shot the team in the game, also shot him out of the game. Still a Kobe fan. The Heat squad first season with LBJ was cooking. It actually was cooking. Carl Oakley says, my man sound like the old head that be in a corner drinking old 22 old English and smoking Newports making erroneous basketball points. Man, I don't know what y'all be
They
on.
got you that time, D.
They said
They
nigga
got
talking
you.
like he's running point. Crazy. I appreciate y'all for supporting the platform and all of the super
Oh, shit.
chats. Man, did I even queue up the next thing, or did I just forget about it? Because I was man, y'all had me in my emotions real quick, bro. I just can't believe this, man.
Now they did have it. They did have a little campaign, like for Kobe being like the next Michael Jordan. I just didn't like that shit, man. It rubbed me the wrong way.
I don't remember. I remember they crowned a lot of people the next Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it was. But
They crowned
they were
Jerry
saying
Stackhouse, Harold
Harold Miner.
Miner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They talked about
It.
Grant Hill. They did a lot of that
Yeah,
shit, bro. So
yeah. But so people don't realize like it's not really legitimate. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe Bryant has the most missed shots in NBA. Well, he had. I think LeBron might have passed him now. But yeah, like people got to realize that should be manufactured, man.
yeah. Well,
Oh
Dr.
Lord.
Umar Johnson, speaking of Kobe's legacy, held
Shit.
Vanessa Bryant and several other black men for marrying outside of their race, which ultimately, I guess, so to speak, made other people richer or other races richer, and not taking care of their parents and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Hold on one second. Let me make sure that I got this right. I'm gonna go ahead
Dr.
and play
Umar.
this, or I'm gonna play a portion of it of Umar Johnson and what he had to say about it. I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit.
Genius, how dare you manipulate your way into 50% ownership of the most powerful music company? That same company that murdered Prince, they Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother and father's money. That's happening to give mother that Michael Jackson note. Did you just see how his so-called son, the white boy Prince Michael, is not willing to give Mother Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother, needs some money. And Michael Jackson's fake Caucasian son won't give his black grandmother any of his so-called father's money. That's happening right now.
You for real?
Yes, the white boy won't give his Michael Jackson's mother no money. They in court right now. And this is why we got to stop the bunny.
Man.
Yes. Yes.
That's disgusting.
It's crazy. How you ain't going to take care of that man's mother? How you ain't going to take care of that man's mother? But I'm going to go to Vanessa Bryant. Same offense. No disrespect to Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's widow. But Kobe's mother and father just sold his NBA championship ring. They just sold it. Why? Because they need capital to live. They're elders. They need some money. From what I've heard, Vanessa Bryant ain't giving them a dime. Kobe Bryant left her almost $1 billion. And you mean to tell me that you don't have enough decency, enough respect to float Kobe Bryant's mother and father $1 million? Even if it's one time, Art. Even if it's one time. I don't really like y'all. I don't really mess with y'all. Y'all son told me not to be bothered with y'all. But because you are his parents, because he would have never existed without you, because if y'all don't give birth to Kobe Bryant, he never becomes my husband. I'm never in this financial position.
So, in a general sense, Dr. Umar Johnson is advocating against, and the way that he's doing it is by saying, um, a lot of these women, after the passing or whatever happens or whatever, ultimately doesn't transfer the wealth back to the black community. He's advocating against marrying and having relationships outside of other black people. Quentin, I would love to get your take on this in particular.
I think it's asinine. If Kobe wanted his parents to be taken care of, he would have left them some shit. Like, like obviously, nigga, that wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? Like with all of them, even Michael Jackson, you got, like the super chat said, you got Janet, you got Tito, you got all them, you got the Jackson
Man,
5 nigga that can
5,
help, nigga.
So that's a straight up point, Clinton.
Why is it all on Michael? Nigga, I left it to my kids for my kids to be taken care of. They do what the fuck they want to do, man. That's just wild to me that people, like, just the whole Jackson. It's wild to me that anyone in the Jackson family is broke. Let's start there. But as for this nigga and his
that's a good point. That is a phenomenal.
No, I don't think Dr. Umar knows what the fuck he talking about, man. Personally, I think he just talking shit out the side of his neck.
I did go and visit.
He said, "I heard, nigga. Who you hear it from, nigga?"
I did go and visit the Jackson family's home over in I think it was in Indiana, Gary, Indiana. I went down and checked out in Gary. Yeah, I went. I did it. I vlogged it. I vlogged the home and everything like that. So,
but actually, Joy Taylor, she said this in that clip you played the other day. She said, how do people just come up with this shit on the internet? Y'all just make some shit up. Like, you don't know nobody, nigga. He said, I heard. You're like, nigga,
what? Man, Dr. Umar, like, he low-key delusional, man. Like, he come up with this fuck shit, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I heard him on this exact same interview. He was calling black dudes that dealt with white women coons. To me, like, Dr. Umar the king coon. Like, real talk. Like, real talk, man. Like, you doing all this advocating for black shit, all this shit, this Pan-African shit, my nigga. Bro, you don't even know if the history that they telling you about black people is correct, that we even come from Africa, for real. That we even came from there. Like you acting like we couldn't have been on this continent first before anything else. And like, I'm not gonna get into all that, but the nigga be cooning bad, man. He be cooning real bad.
This nigga is on some each one teach one bullshit, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like
so is it safe to say that y'all don't agree with his take as far as whether or not black men should be marrying outside of their race in order to preserve wealth.
Well,
Listen, man.
these black niggas ain't wealthy. These nigga, we making 50K, nigga. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, we broke, nigga. What the fuck we passing on, nigga?
Nah, but look, man, like to
We
act it
passing on
to
some
tell
debt, nigga.
people
Pay these credit cards
to
off when
tell
I
people
die,
to
nigga.
tell people that you can only deal with a certain group is
It's
asinine
wild.
because you're not gonna dictate who I might love. I might love some Asian woman. I might love some Hispanic woman. You're not going to tell me who I should love for a society or a group that not necessarily won't give back to me when I die. They might not give back to my family. You want me to put into a pot that my family might not even be able to pull out of. You talking about putting generational wealth into a pot that you might not be able to get back from. This makes no sense. You have to invest in who loves you and who you can align yourself with for your own future. You cannot do that just based off color. You can't, or a group or whatever. This makes no sense, man. The dude is, man, he a quack, like for real.
So do y'all think here, let me bring it to myself. Do y'all think that, let's say for example, I was to get divorced and I get a different shout out to Carl Oakley, I'm gonna read that super chat shortly. Let's say I was to get divorced and then I was to get remarried a couple years from now or something like that, right? And I decided to marry somebody other than a black woman. Would I get flack for that?
I
Yeah, you gonna
wouldn't
catch
care enough.
you gonna catch heat.
Well, given what
You
you
gonna
said
catch
on the
heat.
podcast, niggas would jump down your throat.
Yeah, you gonna no, Anton, you gonna catch hella heat. You
I'm
gonna
gonna
catch
catch
Niggas
hella
who?
heat.
said,
You gonna catch hella heat. Like, yeah.
Why? Why?
well, oh, once you, if you
Even
ever
though
did, like, I know this won't happen, but speaking, if you got divorced, nigga, you'd have to get off the internet, nigga. You'd have to shut it
no,
down.
no,
I
I
don't
ain't even
think
talking
so.
about that. I ain't
Why?
even
No, no,
talking
no. Hold
I
about
on.
know
that.
it's
Wait,
not
wait, wait. We
happening,
gonna we
but
gonna
Uh,
come to you, Slimmy.
I'm,
Why?
I'm,
Why is that, Quentin?
oh yeah.
nigga, because you are doing the thing, and niggas want to see a nigga doing his shit fail, nigga. It would be the equivalent of old dude from FNF getting that chick pregnant. That would be you, nigga, for the next 2 weeks, nigga.
Well, maybe that's the play.
And then if you get a white chick, it's gonna be another fucking
Oh
2 week
man.
news
But
cycle
but
about
I
we
don't
know
think
he
that it.
didn't like
I
black
don't think that it
women.
would. I don't think that it would affect me negatively.
Oh yeah, you'd run up some money on it, but they'd be like, "Poor
Oh
Rita,
yeah, they
I
ain't gonna.
knew she wasn't happy."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. They would definitely do that. What was you about to say, Slimmy?
No, I was gonna say like even though you've never been someone who was just like, oh, black this, black this, black this, like they still gonna turn on you and they gonna be like, no, you can't do that. You can't go get you no like even though you're someone who advocated for not just one group, they gonna make a way to turn on you. They're gonna make a
Yeah.
way. Cause this is just what the internet does.
Like the
It's
black
just what
people
they
want the
do.
best
I
of the
don't think
best to
that the women
fail.
would be the ones that celebrate it. I think it would be the guys.
You think
Oh
so?
yeah, you already know. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
100%.
You already know.
I think that the
I
majority
want
of the.
to. You should fake it. You should fake like y'all gonna get a divorce and
Well,
see
but
who
if I
jump and read his DMs.
It's a
well
fact, LA
if I
Miles.
faked it, then I would have to wait like a year until like this conversation died down. I
Nigga,
don't
no,
know.
I just want to see. I want to see how many niggas that you fuck with gonna hop in them DMs, nigga. ASAP talking about. Text me if you need me. I have a fucking shoulder to cry on and shit.
God. Oh God.
And it's so funny because what is this? This is the 11th. In 8 days, I'll be celebrating my 20th
That's
anniversary.
what's up.
Yeah, it's
Woo!
crazy.
That's fire.
But you don't think I would get no credit for holding it down for 20 years until at least my daughter was big?
Man, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit,
I
bro.
think it would be the guys. I think the guys
They
would be the
be
ones that celebrated it way more.
man,
Way more.
they be ready to tear people down on this
It
internet,
would be
boy.
the
They,
guys. The
bro.
guys would be the ones that do it. I think that the snakes
Yeah,
is
bro.
really the people that's supposed to be aligned with you. I don't think the women is as much snakes. I think the women will be ready for the come up.
Oh
Yeah,
hell yeah, yep. They were like, let's
yeah,
throw that Anton and see if who he say he is.
yeah. That they gonna be
See if
on that.
see if you can
They gonna
stiff
be on
arm
that.
this pussy.
They
Yeah,
gonna
he's
be on
right.
trash.
No, I don't
That
think that I think that it would actually make me bigger.
They gonna see about
I
that.
think
That
that
black
I
couch
will
will
be
have a
more
whole nother
You
meaning
successful.
know
to
what?
it.
You know, I think you would go on the ultimate villain arc with
Yeah, I
that.
think it will make me more successful.
You go on ultimate villain arc with that. That's for sure.
Yep, I think it will make me a much more successful person. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
I don't.
That's not happening. So let's move along.
Well, yeah, I ain't worried about that. Rita's right there, literally on the couch. She is chilling. She got her little quilt on, and she is slow motion. But as far as the Umar Johnson conversation, I don't agree with him. Obviously, with regard to this, I agree with what y'all was saying, especially what you were saying, Quentin, when you said if Kobe wanted them to have it, then he would have already instructed it, or he would have left it in his will, whatever it was, right? Um, I don't know what the relationship was between Kobe and the parents, but even biblically, it says cleave to your wife. You have your own legacy.
a fact.
Anything that I do for my parents is extra. It should not
Yep,
be
because
required.
they
It
should
should
get
not be
everything for you. I
required.
feel you.
Yeah, it's you don't know what his relation. You don't know why they was estranged. They could have said, "Man, we don't like your fucking wife. Fuck that bitch."
Yep.
You don't know what happened. You don't know why they
Yep.
fell out. You don't know what's going on. The father could have finessed. It could be anything. And so, I think it's disrespectful to a point, especially talking about a man that can't come back and defend himself. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Drake said, Kobe about to lose whatever, however many M's. She wasn't with me. She wasn't with him shooting in the gym. And then Kobe was like, "Yo, you don't know what the fuck you talking about." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, keep my chick name out your mouth or whatever, right? And so, because Kobe was working on fixing his family and making sure that he was still there for his daughters, I just think that at certain subjects, unless it's volunteered, so for example, unless somebody like a Vivica Fox comes up and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," or I regularly see dumb shit from DJ Envy that I just ignore. I don't even review. Right? He got this dumbass podcast with his chick, and unless, they volunteer some information and I react to the podcast itself, I would never speak on family issues because motherfuckers don't know what's going on. They don't know the dynamic of what's happening. They don't know who did what. And for you, listen, I think the most detrimental thing that happens to the community, and it's so in many ways to man this out. Why is you telling another person what to do with their money?
Yep.
Man,
Get you some
man,
money and then do whatever it is that you're gonna do with your money. And
get that motherfucking school.
well, no, fuck the school. How you gonna hold somebody else accountable for what they do with their money with their wives?
Yep.
Man,
Like you
It's
gotta
crazy.
get. He not even trying to do that same shit.
It's Kobe Bryant, and just looking at he's savvy. I think he's a businessman. So, like I said initially, nigga, whoever he wanted to have some money, nigga, it was already set up.
Yeah.
yeah. Not to mention like Kobe Bryant's dad played in the NBA.
And the
Like,
Yeah.
worst part about it is Vanessa
and
Bryant, you don't even see her.
No, she out of pocket. She be
She
low.
be out the way. You don't hear from
Yup.
her, you
yeah,
don't see her.
Yup.
She quiet, she living her
It ain't
life,
no
yeah.
whatever.
pictures in her with public with estranged
No,
men.
nothing.
Nothing,
You don't
man.
see her at all. I
At
would say
all.
that she's done a phenomenal job up to this point of holding his legacy down.
Yup. Because that would have been the
She
worst if he died, and before you know it, she on some more dick.
Facts. And
That would
so
have been a
she is
horrible look.
out the way. She ain't in the public.
Yup.
You don't see her. You don't even know what Vanessa Bryant looked like.
Nope. Nope.
You have no clue what Vanessa Bryant looked like. She is out the
Mm.
way, completely
Yep.
disappear off the radar. She handling his endorsements or whatever, and so on and so forth. But how can you have something any negative to say about Vanessa Bryant, bro?
She been there since the beginning.
That's crazy. She took her
Hmm.
L when he was fucking on another chick and all of that stuff. When he got caught
She
up, she
rocked
stayed locked down with him. You ain't never hear her say one word
nothing.
publicly. You ain't see her get out
Nothing.
of pocket. You don't see none of that. All she did was hold it down the whole time. And then
Wait,
you got the nerve to say something about her, especially with regard to a person. Man, get out of here, bro. That chick, listen, man, she should be off limits completely. Off limits completely, because when you lose your
yeah,
husband and your daughter,
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
lose
Just
your husband and your daughter, you
yeah.
listen for him to say no disrespect to Vanessa Bryan. No, you can't mention her. It's some people, in my opinion, the trauma that they've went through is more than enough for you to be able to give them grace and say, I'm just not even gonna mention this person's name unless I'm saying it in a positive way. That lady is probably traumatized for the rest of her life what she had to wake up to.
That
Yeah.
shit was sad, nigga. I remember where I was, nigga,
I
when
do
that shit hit
too.
my fucking phone, nigga. I was at work, nigga. I looked at that shit, nigga. I put my customer on hold, nigga. I said, shit.
Dog, that was one of
I
the
was
rare situations where it felt like a family member died.
Yep,
yeah.
It
yep,
felt
I
like
was
yep,
I was
like I got sad in my spirit.
yep,
yeah, I was playing 2K
yep,
and we was all in the group chat. Everybody got quiet for like 30 minutes.
Cause I didn't
yep.
believe
30
that shit at
minutes.
first.
Yeah. Niggas was
Hey,
cussing and screaming and yelling, and next thing you know, somebody was like, "Hey man, Kobe Bryant just died." Niggas was quiet.
But it
I
was like 200 times worse because the daughter, bro.
yep,
Man, right.
That
It was
yep.
shit was
sad, man.
sad. It was so
That shit
sad,
was
bro.
sick.
I
Yeah,
was
Umar
like, I
Umar
felt
out of
like a
line, man.
pit. I felt like a pit in my stomach, like it was a real family member and somebody that I knew in
Fact.
real life that had happened, bro.
That's a fact,
Like
man.
I
Man.
genuinely got sad in my
Woo,
spirit. It was
woo.
like a
Yeah.
burden. And it's like, bro, you can't lead by listen, nobody. And I mean nobody. Zero people ever mentions Vanessa Bryant unless they giving her some kind of props or accolades. He the only person that will bring that shit up.
Yep.
Yeah, he corny for that, man. And low key,
Shit is
like
wild.
I thought Kobe Bryant had like his dad had bought him like a soccer team in Italy. I
I
thought
don't
he had
know.
bought him a soccer team in Italy, man. Like, so I don't think his claims is accurate, bro. But
Like
Umar, man,
let's be clear. I'll give Umar one thing that he did right. He said, "I heard" before he went on his fucking rant. Nigga.
Yeah. Yeah,
man,
that
that
shit
nigga
was
ain't heard
wild.
shit, man. That nigga deaf as fuck. That nigga is motherfucking Helen Keller, man. That nigga
Yeah.
just be going on a whim. This nigga wild, bro.
I understand. I think
Wild
I
as
don't
fuck.
look at Umar Johnson as a leader, a thought leader. I look at him as a content creator.
Yeah,
Exactly.
all this is a
Yep.
business, nigga. Like,
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
just a content creator, and I'm gonna give
Yeah.
him some props on that front because I think that he's a good
yeah,
content creator. I think he knows how to keep himself in the limelight, and he understands the importance of creating content in order for him to keep himself relevant. But I just think that is some stuff you just don't do. I don't think that you're
yeah,
supposed to mention her in a negative way, considering what she went through, bro. That shit is tragic, man. Some people just get a forever pass, in my opinion.
yep, yep. I agree.
Yeah, man. I don't get this dude, man.
And that nigga pre-diabetic.
Who?
Wow,
Umar.
Umar.
Why? How you figure that? How you figure that?
I'll just mess because he's
Oh, you
fat.
just talking junk. Oh
Because
yeah,
his gut,
yeah,
nigga,
yeah. I feel
is on both sides of the chair, nigga.
you. He's so ignorant. Yeah, that junk is wild. I remember exactly where I was at when I heard that. That junk was it was so sad,
Mhm.
bro.
Yep,
I
yep.
was sick.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I was sick, man.
that was one
Nigga,
of the
that shit hurt.
moments, man.
Nigga, I feel like I didn't get over it until after the funeral. Then I was like,
It was like I couldn't watch it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't never watched
I
that.
remember, and that shit hit hard when fucking Michael Jordan started crying in the funeral. I was like, fuck.
That
Oh
yeah,
man, I ain't never watched that, bro.
I could feel it
Hell
like
no.
sometimes when I think about it, I just be feeling like a pit in my stomach right now, bro. Like
And then they played. He was Catholic, and they played that Ave Maria song. Ave
I
Maria.
never
I was
watched
like,
it. I just refuse to
Oh
fuck.
watch
my
it.
goodness, man. Hell
Yeah.
no.
I refuse to watch it.
Hmm.
I hated going to my own father's funeral, bro. I
Yeah, I
hate
bet.
that.
Oh
I hate that shit, bro. That shit was like you got to
That's
go through
real.
the whole process, and man, I was just like, man, I don't want to do this, bro.
Yeah. I hate
I
funerals,
don't know.
period, though.
I ain't
I
gonna
do
lie. I
too,
don't know
man.
if I'm gonna make it to my parents, man. Whew,
Yeah,
boy,
and I had to
that
pay
shit.
for that shit. Like I had to pay
Oh
for it
yeah,
and all of
yeah.
that. It was like I would say that was probably the most tumultuous time of my entire life. Of all of the times in my life, that was probably one of the hardest times in my life.
Woo.
It gets weird. Like family get weird, especially like when there's money involved and you moving stuff, and that's when that shit
Yeah.
fucking get weird.
Well, it was hard for me
Man,
because we was in the middle of building a restaurant together, and it was for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
That
was in
makes
the middle of it, and so it was unfinished. And so I was just
okay.
like, and the worst part about it was that not only did that happen,
jeez.
but right at that exact around that exact same time, somebody I don't want to say, but somebody that was close to Rita had passed away at the same time. So we was going through it, bro.
Oh
And we
my
was going
goodness.
through it. We was going through it. And it was a lot of shit that was happening all around us, bro. Like that shit was rough, man. It was one of the roughest times of my life. But you know what I'm saying? We just endured through that shit. I didn't have no time to really feel because everybody was dependent on me. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I think I heard. I think what's his name? Jordan Peterson said that hopefully your father raises you where you're the one that can stand up with your head high and not cry and speak at his funeral.
yep. I didn't even I didn't have no time to break down. I remember I was
Yeah.
on my way into the office. I was talking to him in the morning because I talked to him every single morning and I was, you know what I'm saying, we was kicking it. I was on my way into the office. I was working at Comerica Bank. And I was talking to him. I literally was talking to him for like 2 hours because he had got up earlier than me or whatever. And I walked into the office. He was like, all right, I'm going to holler at you later because I walked into the office and maybe an hour, 15 minutes, might even have been an hour and a half later. I got a phone call. My phone was blowing up. It was like, Anton, you need to come home. Anton, you need to come home. Then the police called me and was like, hey, you need to come into the house or whatever. And I already knew it was some shit that was happening. I didn't know who it was, but they just would not tell me. They just kept saying, Anton, you got to come home. You got to come home. I didn't know who the fuck it was. And then when I found out, like the least person that I expected, because I had just talked to him. And I called his phone and he wasn't answering. And just a pit hit my stomach. And I got
Mm-mm.
home and everybody was there and everybody kept trying to get me to cry and shit like that. That shit was just it was just a fucking crazy day, bro. and
Mm-mm.
then it was so
Mm-mm.
funny because like 2 or 3 days later, I started handling all of the business, and so I had to pay for the funeral and all of that because he didn't have no insurance at the time, and I was going through all of it, and then I found out he owed all of the back taxes, and so I had to pay all of the back taxes to make sure that my mom wasn't fucked up and shit. It was just it was a hard time. You know what I'm
Yeah, they don't
saying?
give a
So
fuck when your niggas die. They gonna come after their money regardless.
yeah, they didn't care. So I had to catch them all up on their back taxes, make sure she was taken care of. We had to make arrangements and all of that stuff. It wasn't no insurance money or nothing. So he was, you know what I'm saying? It was just fucked up. It was 100% fucked up. So
Damn.
yeah, it was crazy, bro. But I mean, don't feel sorry for me because everybody go through life. You know what I'm saying? Life be life and people. It's everybody got parents that done died or somebody close to them or you know what I'm saying. It's just I think that life is just an endurance race. I don't even think it's about.
That's a fact.
The fucked up part about life, bro, is that we all sitting here and I'm kicking it with y'all right now, right? And we kicking it and we cool. It's me, you, Slimmy, and we be laughing and joking and having arguments and debating stuff and all of that shit, right? But at some point, you know what I'm saying? If we friends for the next 30, 40, 50 years, we all gotta go. You
It's a
know what I'm
fact.
saying? That shit is like we
Man, I
don't we
wondered that.
what?
Like I said, if I die, who would tell my internet friends?
Yeah.
Like Anton would just see me not pop up on fucking after hours, nigga, just gone. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, "What the fuck, quitting that?"
No, I would call and find out the same. I would tap in the same way that I tapped in to find out what was happening with Kevin
Yeah.
Samuels, and I broke that shit. I broke that. So I would find out what was going on, but we all. I mean, at some point, like I just don't take y'all for granted. I really don't. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy the time that I'm on here. I'm enjoy the time that I kick it with y'all because I just don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You just never know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never fucking know. I didn't expect for Kev to go like that. I didn't expect for you wake up and it just be different. And it's just like,
Yep.
damn, what the fuck? So I look at every day as the present. You know what I'm saying? I look at every day as an opportunity to really add value and hopefully show love to people and just to show people that I appreciate them, that I treat them well. So,
Yeah. We gotta be thankful and grateful for every moment, man. Like for real, because you don't know when it's gonna be your last.
yeah.
And
You
y'all
don't
niggas
know.
get some life insurance so you don't burden the niggas that gotta bury you.
But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like that was one of my like for a long time, I would say for like some years, my whole thing was I gotta make sure that every single piece of business is taken care of, and I set up my family. 'Cause I'll be
Mm,
goddamned if my wife or my daughter is needing some people or needing a nigga out here in order to survive. And so
mm,
before I ever spent some money, that was part of my motivation. Before I ever spent money, I had to hit a certain threshold. So if anything was to ever happen to me, that they'll be taken care of for the rest of their life. And so that was my whole motivation for like 5 years straight. Grind, hustle, invest, buy these properties, put them in a position. Because and like for me, she gave up everything. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yo, I don't want no career, I don't want none of that shit. I just want to work for you. So now I got an obligation because they up under me. I have an obligation to make sure that they taken care of for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. I could not have my family fucked up if anything was to ever happen to me. So I spent, 5, 6 years of my life only focused on what it was that I needed to do in order to put them in a position to be successful. And I would go through it and I would teach her and I would say, hey, this is how you manage this. And if anything was to ever happen to me, and she would say, oh, I don't want to think like that. I don't want to talk like that. And I would say, no, I gotta make sure that everything happens. And this is not that anything was gonna happen to me, but you need to understand. And so I created, spreadsheets. I showed her what the passwords are to get into encrypted cloud folders to be able to get access to certain things. And I made a whole password list of everything, all of my computers, my phones, all of the accounts, everything. And I would just set everything up. And I just spent a whole lot of time making sure that everything was in order, set up, wills, beneficiaries, showed her what all of the
sheesh.
401ks are, showed her what all of the properties is, exactly what it is that I collect and rent. How do you manage this? How do you manage that? What would you do if you had to be in this position? What car do you need to get rid of? This and that, so on and so forth. So, I wanted to make sure everything was paid off and everything was set up and in the life insurance policies and and that's when I went through a whole spate. I would go to all of the doctors. I set up all of my doctor's appointments to make sure that there would be no discrepancies if there was ever to file for life insurance and stuff like that. So we got to start being more on top of our business. We got to start being very before we go out and ball and have a good time. It's a lot of people that be out here balling, and when they die, we ain't even got no money to be able to bury them. We got to be able to take care of our business, get on top of things, and make sure your people is straight. If anything was to
Mm,
happen to you, if you got people depending on you, as a man, it's your responsibility to make sure that they not dependent on another man if anything was to ever happen to them. So that was my whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's a fact.
so. Any
That's
Yeah.
a
other
fact.
thoughts before we read these super chats?
Shit, I think you said enough right there. That was
Get
all
that life
truth.
insurance, my niggas. At bare minimum.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, it's
girl I worked with, she was what? I think she was like 29. Her husband was 34. That nigga died on the way to work
mm,
in a motorcycle accident, nigga. And I was like, when she told me that shit, I started crying shit. But
that's
that
messed
nigga had
up.
life insurance and everything was taken. They paid off the house, paid the funeral, all the cars, like
But see, I ain't got to worry about that because she already got houses. You know what I'm saying? She everything is paid off. She's straight. You know what I'm saying? My daughter is good. My daughter got trust funds and college funds and everything like that. So that
so if it's like
allows for me
normal
to be able to.
niggas at the least they could do that because she was just a normal chick, and if nigga, if he didn't have that, she would have been nigga, it would have been a struggle for her nigga, going forward.
Yeah. A lot of people leave their family fucked up when they die, man, and they be trying to figure out how to bury them.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fucking
Yep,
fish fries and GoFundMe's, man.
yep. You're right. Don't let us catch none of y'all niggas on GoFundMe. Because y'all didn't do what y'all supposed to.
Yeah,
I
so
think it's because people be living out their means, man. People
Yeah,
live
that's
out
what
their
at the end of
means.
the day.
Like they be trying to live like motherfuckers on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And shit don't work out, man.
You
yeah.
make enough, but you spend too much.
It just would hurt
Right.
my heart too hard if they were suffering as a result of me not, you know.
Nah,
I
yeah,
just
I
couldn't.
feel
I
you.
couldn't. That shit would break me,
That's
bro.
why I don't do stupid shit no more. Like I always think of Ava, like what would she think? Like my daddy not here no more, nigga. Nigga, that's why I'm on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, my
I don't
chick
do
know where everything is. She know where all of my Rolexes are, all of the safe deposit boxes. She know where the stash of cash is, the emergency stash. She know all of that shit, bro. I got her on all of my accounts so that she wouldn't have no problem accessing stuff and all of that. So,
That's solid, man.
yep, man, absolutely. Let me read some of these super chats and we can get the hell up out of here, bro. Shout out to Pocket Watching with Dr. Umar, says AR Smitty. He always counts somebody else's money too. Carl Oakley
Yeah.
says Dr. Umar Johnson is always watching somebody else's pockets and worrying about how they're spending their money, shaking my damn head just like a Philly ninja. Shout out to Carl
Mm.
Oakley. I appreciate you. Seminole 2014 says one thing, Dr. Umar, where the school at? Man, y'all can forget about that school. It ain't even nothing else to talk about, bro.
It's chalked.
Just throw that
All
shit
the
in
way
the
chalked.
trash. High Tolerance says, I get tired of these pro blacks panhead mother effers thinking they can move through life without help or interacting outside of the race. Interesting.
That's true.
Darren Walker goes on to say, I see the full context. See? You said it's like you have to have dirt on you for the culture to embrace you. But you went further than that I ain't hear that part that I was driving. See, you was gonna play it and you was gonna be
You should have let your ass nigga
I should have let him play it because then he would have had to but he
have that
came back and he
aha
sent the
moment in
super
real
chat.
time.
He sent the super chat and he said, "What up, though?" High
That's what's
Tolerance
up.
says these jokers go for low hanging fruit. Peep out how from Master Flex shading Tommy Richmond for getting his shine. I ain't heard nothing
Oh,
about that. Darren Walker says, "I'll donate, bro. I've been a fan of y'all's content for 2 weeks before you introduced us to Buttercup. Shout out to Buttercup. A lot of people ain't familiar with Buttercup on that other place where I had talked to Buttercup. So."
I want to know what's this Tawana business popping off talking crap. Whether you want to send me a link? I was like,
I send it to you tomorrow offline.
I thought she was dead, and it's been a minute.
All it take is one situation and they pop up out the woodwork. I'll be like, man, who
good
is these
Lord.
people, bro? So, all
So
right, y'all,
weird,
we
man.
getting up out of here. Millionaire Morning Show. I'm gonna be talking about Kevin Spacey going broke,
All right, then, y'all.
and a bunch of other stuff. I'll holler at y'all. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Easy.
Yo.